beings, as a human race. We're all compatible with each other. That means we're the same people adapted to different regions of this world.
That's not
But
true.
we are.
That's
You can say
Darwinism.
that there. You can say that there's other race of humanoids or different species. Like scientists claim that there's different, like about three different kinds of human species. The point is that we're all compatible with each other.
That's not true.
We're all of the same family.
That's not true.
So you're saying all humans today, not they're not compatible? They can't breed. They can't reproduce together. Like you could
Some
look at
people,
different dogs,
some.
dog
If
species,
you
and they're
have the
all of the one
RH, if
family.
you have the RH haplogroup or RH DNA, you cannot intermingle with us like that. You got to take some type of shot, just for one. Actually, a lot of you have to take a shot when y'all try to produce our children. For one, that actually proves that y'all are actually incapable of carrying our children naturally. Even our
What
women can't
race?
even carry a lot of y'all children without a shot. It's because one, there's animal DNA in a human genome pool.
So what race are you talking about today? Then what region of people cannot mix with other people in the world?
Well, we got whites, we got a lot of Native Americans, we got Mexicans. Really, it's just people that have the
They're mixing all the
animalistic
time.
DNA. I
There's
said there's a
people,
lot
there's
of
races
whites.
that are mixing all the time.
I said there's a lot of whites. There's a lot of Native Americans. A lot of y'all carry the RH factor, which is the rhesus monkey factor.
The thing is like this, bro. They're mixing all the time. People are mixing all the time within those races, all the time.
Not
I don't
artificially.
understand what you're saying. What I don't
Not,
understand.
not. I mean, my bad. Not naturally.
People are not doing artificial insemination.
When you gotta take a shot to stop your body from attacking the child, that is not natural. That means
I've never
there's
heard
something
of
wrong
people.
there.
I've seen all kinds of people breeding black, Mexican,
So you've been at
Asian,
everybody. So
whatever, and I've
you've
never
been
heard
at
of
everybody
anybody having to
hospital and
take a
watch
shot.
everybody breed.
It's all around us. This is the melting pot, bro. You go outside, go to the stores. You'll see people mixing
I
black,
just
Mexican, white.
told you
They don't be taking no
how many
shots.
times I gotta tell you this. If you got the RH factor, you gotta take a shot to stop your
It's
baby.
probably extremely rare, brother.
It is not
Probably
extremely
extremely
rare.
rare.
This is actually a known
Look
thing
at
to
the
be
people on
happening.
your live here, bro. People here on your live are saying
I
nobody
can care
takes a
less what
shot.
they're saying. A lot of people on my
I'm
live don't
just
know.
telling you the majority of I'm telling
I
you
could
the
take. I
majority
could.
of people don't take shots to mix
I'm telling
to
you
have
this.
babies.
I can care less what the live is saying because a lot of the people in the comments don't know what I know.
Well, I know
So
one thing, bro. I know I've seen a
I
lot of
don't
black
take
people.
that. I don't take that as a great. I don't take that with. I don't take opinions. I don't do that. I only
I'm just
deal with
saying
the
there's
facts.
there's a high population of Blaxicans. If you know the term Blaxican, mixed native Mexican indigenous people with black people with African descent. And they're compatible without the
Do you
necessity
know
of a
why
shot.
they're compatible?
Hey, Red
There's
Warrior, I
no
just wanted to
no
correct
shot
you on something,
required.
bro.
There's no shot
It's called the
required, bro.
Rogam shot. You can go and search it up on the
Yeah,
internet.
like I
It is
said, it's got to
not
be
rare.
extremely
It is
rare.
not rare. It's just that people are not going to
Extremely rare.
publicize the fact that they need to go through all medical procedures. If I had a broken leg, I'm not going to sit there and tell you, oh, I had to go get surgery on my ankle 3 years ago. No, people are not going to make that information public. But people that have a RH negative will definitely attack people that are RH positive, and they have to get a Rogam shot. The women that are carrying the babies have to get a Rogam shot so to prevent their blood cells from getting attacked by the fetus, by the baby, and that is 100% facts. If you want to go search it up, bro, I just came in here to say that.
Okay, all right. Thank you, bro. Thank you for sharing that. In my life, I'm 41 years old. In my life, I've seen black people mixing with Mexican people, with white people, having kids, families, Europeans mixing with black people, and I never heard of anybody having to take a shot because most
Why
of the
would they
time,
come up to
when they
you and tell you that they have to take a shot?
because maybe I'm just telling you, nobody's ever said, "Oh, we're not compatible with each other," or "Our fetus is being attacked if I
Are
don't
you
take a shot."
everybody? Are you the
I
guy to
said
go to and say,
everybody I've ever crossed
hey,
paths
Red
with
Rope?
in my 41 years of life.
Well,
All
in your
right, I've
41 years
never
of
heard
life,
that,
that did not happen to
and I've
you.
seen a lot of black people
In my
mixing with white
28
and
years of
everything.
life, that happened to me at least 7 times.
Okay, bro,
Not
isolated
me
case because I
mixing
never
with
heard of that.
somebody, but I'm talking about at least probably more than seven
All right,
times.
bro. I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up.
What's this or what's this blood type? I'll look it up. I just want you to verify again
It's
what
the
the blood type is.
RH. It's the RH blood.
RH. And who carries this blood out of all the people in the world? Who carries this?
Mexicans,
RH.
whites, Chinese, a lot of y'all carry this.
So
You
black people
probably
don't.
don't carry it. I say you probably don't carry it, but
Okay, black people don't
it's a
carry that.
must, huh?
So black people don't carry that RH blood.
Yeah, those that's
That's
mixed down the line.
true. They carry that also.
Yeah.
Those that's mixed down the line that points their generation back to these. Let me not say it.
So that's
Just
it
know
goes back.
there's people in this world that got animalistic DNA that's been proven by scientists. Everybody do not have animalistic DNA.
All right. We live in a world that's been constantly mixing, bro.
With
Constantly,
with
constantly
animals,
mixing.
with animals,
Not with animals, but with other human beings.
of course. But I'm saying not everybody comes from the same thing. You still got to
Hmm.
explain where the animalistic DNA came from in the human gene pool. We got people being born with tails and horns. Did you know that?
True. I've heard about the tail thing. Not horns. I never heard
There-
that shit in my life.
you can look up the horns. The horns is a real thing. They got people born with tails and orange, sometimes with one eye, and they sit there and call that they call that a deformity. But there was a long time ago there was used to be people just a race of people born with one eyes. There used to be the people born with just hair all over their bodies, and they falsely call it the werewolf disease. We see that prominent
I heard about
in
that.
in a lot of races, but that's not prominent in black people race. In fact, that's not in black people race. When you grow hair on your face, I'm talking about covering your whole face, covering your whole entire body, and you go through this thing called psychosis or something like that. Our people don't do that. Mainly the African Americans do not have this animalistic DNA. That's what is dubbed animalistic DNA.
Hey, it's so serious and so deep to the extent where even if you, Red Warrior, or one of your relatives, whoever, et cetera, due to your lack of knowledge of not knowing about that which the other people are capitalizing off of, right, is how they infiltrate into your family. Period. Is due to your lack of. Oh, she looks good. She may look like
I
that.
don't think
And
that way,
then
bro. I don't
no,
mix. I
I'm
don't
just,
believe in mixed
I'm not
relations.
saying you individual. See how you jump the gun and thinking I'm just individually talking to you and you not even looking at a whole perspective how people are collectively indoctrinated and
No,
their
I get
lack
where
of
you're
knowledge
coming
is
from,
just,
but you're
and
using me as an example to say that I think that women and
because you're
or that I don't
displaying
think like that, bro.
the
I don't mix like that.
we all I didn't know that for half my life either, bruh. So you ain't got to be ashamed of nothing.
I'm
So
not
stop acting
ashamed
like
of it, bro. I don't know everything. I'm not a scientist, bro. I
okay.
don't
So you the fact that you're doubting
I'm a
it and the
normal
fact that
human being.
I understand that, but the fact that you're sitting up here even thinking that it's rare and saying that it's rare and you don't even know nothing
I
about it
say
and
it's a nice. It's a case that where that's not gonna stop people from mixing, bro. It's not stopping nobody. There's so
because
many
they
people
don't
mixing
know. You
today.
know why? You know why it's not
It ain't
stopping
stopping
people?
nobody.
Hold on. You know why it's not? Is because you just displayed that people don't know about it. So if you knew that you were mixing with somebody that has some RH blood, which is technically you tainting your bloodline, which is breaking universal law, because your blood type should not be mixing with that person, regardless how you feel about it, or if you're in love with that person or not, says what? Yeah, no, it's there exactly. There's no excuse. That love doesn't override you not knowing that even like I said, myself not knowing it happened, like other people just not knowing the lack of knowledge of not knowing that you're not supposed to intertwine in case you don't have RH blood, that you should not be having a child with somebody with RH blood, which is considered you tainting your bloodline.
Like I said, I get where you're coming from. I get it. But it for the last 500 years, as far as I understand, and when the Spanish arrived to these shores, they were already mixing European and black.
That has nothing to do with
The
you and others.
mixing has been
Modern
happening,
times.
and for the last
Listen to what
500
I'm
years,
saying, bro. It's
l-
going over your
the brother
head.
just a little bit ago, the host said there's Native Americans on that are so much white in reservations. A lot of white Native people in reservations in the United States, Canada, Alaska, probably, because that's I'm guessing that's what he was referring to. That what is that telling you? For the last 500 years, there's been graping, whatever, all kinds of stuff happening in this hemisphere. And prior to this, there's been a lot of mixing happening in Europe and Africa and all regions of the world, more than here. Long,
Okay.
thousands of years prior than here.
What
Our mixing
what
of people started 500 years ago here, but prior
what
to
does
this in Europe, they've been mixing for a long time, for
okay?
thousands of years,
What
maybe
does
more.
what does that have to do
That is
with
not going to
you?
stop the world from continuing to mix. You go tell that to a mixed relation. There's tons. Go right now. Go to your grocery store. Your the biggest store around you. You will see that. You will see people of different races, dating, probably with kids already,
People, but
and they
listen to
ain't
what
gonna
I'm saying.
stop because you believe that it's not right.
Nobody's saying that's seeing this where you're trying. This is where you're getting mixed up. Nobody's saying that it's gonna stop
I'm not
mixing.
mixed up, bro.
Mix. Hold on. Mixed people have been having sexual activity since bartering before chattel slavery, in which a lot of y'all keep
I don't know
forgetting
why
about.
that's being
Right?
brought up today. If it's not gonna change anything, bro,
Because
people ain't
you're
gonna
not
stop
letting me
dating
make.
just
Because you're
because.
not letting me get to the point, and you keep
Get to the point, then.
interrupting.
Go ahead.
Okay, the fact of why, okay, this is part of the problem. It's the lack of whether the fact, no, we can't stop mixing, right? But there are certain limits, there's certain levels that we
Go
have
ahead.
passed. Hold on, listen, bro.
I am. Go ahead.
There's certain we have broken universal law because there was another demographic of human beings that created the road game shot, right? So, due to them creating a shot, because that shot did not exist, nature used to have its course, and people used to wonder why their child would not come out or why the woman would not be able to have a child with a certain type of person until maybe they did the test and was like, hey, maybe these people shouldn't be mating, but they said forget that and made it where the a shot that they can save the child. That's breaking universal law to a certain extent. Even though we can't do nothing about it happening, and there's people now that happen to be them people that are here. That's fine. I don't have nothing against that. That's
Everything
cool.
about our existence today, brother, has been about breaking laws. When it comes to genetically modified organisms in our food, to the way they fabricate our food, to the way they pull resources out of the ground, everything that is happening today in this age of 2020 and probably the last 100 years or more has been breaking laws,
What
whether
does
it
that
be
have
in
to? So
genetically
listen. So
that because
basically,
you're
okay.
making
So
it
look,
sound like it's like human beings have been following rules for the
Hold
last
on,
100,
hold on.
200,
I got
1,000
something I want
years.
to. I got something I want to
Everything
piggyback
has
on.
been broken.
I want
Genetically
to,
modified organisms is breaking the laws of nature. Medicine, pharmaceuticals, experimenting. That's all not natural to what you would consider these laws that you're talking about. These
natural law,
universal laws, natural laws.
universal law
Life
that
hey,
you
itself
that
has been breaking laws. You know, life itself has
hey, I
gone through
got
so
some. I
much.
got
You
something
know,
I want to piggyback on. You said I look 70% African.
based on on your makeup that makes you today. Yeah, your melanin,
Which
your
African?
hair,
Which
all
Af-
your features.
Every melanated
I'm
being
talking about
around.
your features.
What feature do I match? Which African tribe?
There's, bro, I'm not. We can't sit here and specify which particular
Yes,
tribe
you
you're
got to.
from,
You got
but
to.
Africa
Let-
is a big
hold on, hold
continent
on,
with many
hold on,
people.
Red Road. You said I look like 70% of an African. You
Yes.
gave me an exact number. So you should know at least the 75 percentage of that tribe that I belong to or look like. So tell me which tribe that is.
Do a DNA test and we'll all find out.
DNA test been proven as fallacies. I don't know how many times I got to keep saying this. It been broadcast on TV. It been broadcast on the radios. It have been saying this up and down since forever. I don't know why I keep
So,
bringing up DNA tests.
so then let's make it
Yeah, and
simple then.
plus one more thing with
So
that
let's make
DNA
it
test.
simple.
DNA test, ancestry test is not even tangible in court, and they openly said it. They don't even accept it.
Okay,
So stop
that's
throwing
good.
up DNA
So,
tests.
so then let me tell you why I said that. Because your wife or somebody out here was saying that I'm a Mongoloid. So based on
I
your
said you're a
features and my, let me
mongoloid
finish,
because
please.
I
Let
said
me
you're a
finish. So
mongoloid.
let me
I'm
finish.
not calling you a mongoloid based off what you look like. Because for one, I already seen your features. You don't look exactly 100% like Mongoloid. I know damn well deep down your past. I
I'm
know you
not
got European.
Mongoloid.
I know you got European somewhere down there and down the line, or Pacific
Maybe
Islander somewhere down the line. But the thing
less than
I'm
ten
saying is
percent.
the reason I bring up Mongoloid is because the Mongol Empire invaded America in the 13th century, and they settled on the West Coast. That's why I always bring up Mongoloid. I'm not bringing up Mongoloid based on what you look like. I'm bringing it up based off real history. Even Mongolian artifacts been found on the West Coast, all the way down to Brazil. So this stuff is real evidence. That's why I say it. So if
Let me see. The Mongolians invade.
okay, I got this book right here. Let me bring it up.
I'm looking
Hey,
it up
hold on
right now. I'm putting my
hey,
research.
one
No, you're
second,
not
y'all.
gonna see. You're not gonna see it on Google. There's a lot of stuff you're not gonna
Hey,
see on Google because
Red Warrior. I,
Google is it's a control. They control
Not
a
if it's
lot
a
of they
.org.
control of a lot of history and they lie about a lot of stuff. Everybody knows Google lie about a lot of stuff. Well, everybody that got a sound mind that actually do real research know Google lie about a lot of shit.
Theories of Mongol settlement and conquest of South America or any region of America are largely discredited today. Nevertheless, the author of this 19th
Google.
century work ventures confidently to affirm that Peru, Mexico, and other countries in America were conquered by Mongols, accompanied with elephants in the 13th century, which has been highly discredited today.
By who?
By, let's see here, this is from King's College in London
King's College
and
in
different
London.
King's College in London. It's a university, I believe,
So we
a
just gonna
college,
trust. So we just gonna trust
and
David.
several.
So we just gonna trust John D. Rockefeller. We're gonna just trust him and everything he say. Well, he
We're
gave
talking
all
about
the colleges what
.orgs,
to say, huh?
educational. We're talking about legit educational institutions,
Come on now,
historical
legit
facts,
educational institutions have already been proven as lies today, bro.
and I'm telling you,
We
Okay, and
whatever
been
they
we've been
legit
taught you in
exposed.
the 13th
educational
century.
It's not
institutions and legit
educational. It's
educational
indoctrination.
and those same institutions told us
This is a
that
legit source,
y'all
bro.
and those same institutions told us that y'all were genocide.
Again, let me correct
And
that.
those
Who is
same
this talking?
institutions
Sorry,
said
let
that
me
No,
let
y'all
me
you
finish.
came
said
I
they
over
want to
were
here
answer
from
you.
correct. No, you said they
Let me
were
Siberia.
answer
correct.
her.
So that means that y'all do not exist.
Let me answer you. Correct. The genocide of indigenous people in this hemisphere wasn't something that all the tribes faced. Now, there was disease that took a lot of lives, obviously. That does not mean that all the tribes were at war with the Spanish. The Spanish were about 500 of them.
Hey,
My direct
tell me that
descendants.
website that you just read that's trying to discredit the book.
That is well, it's not the screen. This is a actual university.
It doesn't
Uh,
matter if it's a
King's
university. Universities lie.
King's
Just like how they
King's
lied about
collections.
Africa, a whole bunch of Africans. They
No,
look,
bro.
the
The
university
articles
said,
put
listen,
together. The
the
articles put together
university
by
said
scientists
12
throughout
million
the.
Africans. University said 12 million Africans came over here. They've been
This
proven a
is,
lie.
bro. This is not. They're not saying they are the only ones that agree to this. Is a collection of studies throughout the world. When it comes to history, world history, that are stating that these claims of Mongoloids in the 1300s having any kind of settlements in the Americas is not. Is not. What do you call it? They're not. What do you call the word here? Theories of Mongol
And
settlement
you
and
just
conquest of South
believe
America are
that just
largely
because it follows with
discredited.
your belief system, right?
No, it's discredited by universities throughout the world. It's
It
not
don't
through
matter.
historic
A
people
whole
that
bunch of
it
universities.
does matter.
No, it doesn't matter because, for
How
example,
did you okay,
I could bring up a whole bunch of I could bring up a whole bunch of evidence to prove that universities all out here be lying and being cahoots with one another just to promote a certain agenda. I
all
mean,
right, these are collections of historical
it
happenings, bro.
it
Collections of
doesn't look.
people,
It doesn't
educated
know.
people,
You're looking
scholars.
at collections of opinions
So then
that
who do you
people
get
that
your source from?
disagree. That's just like when people had came out and tried to disagree about the Calavera School. Anthropologists teamed up to try to discredit the one anthropologist that promoted that the Calavera School was found in California and that it was a Negro school. You got a control system. If it goes against that system, of course they're gonna try to discredit it. They do this all through history, all the damn time. So you just willy nilly go to a college and just say, "Hey, this college says a lie, so it's got to be a lie."
Well, it's not one college. I said it's a collection of multiple
They
colleges
all in
throughout the
cahoots
world.
together.
Okay, bro, you we can't. You're talking about one author, one person. You're saying this
It
person
ain't
wrote
just
this
him.
book, so
Marco
you're
Polo
gonna
said
believe
it.
this
Christopher
one person.
Columbus said it. I mean, Giovanni di
Christopher
Averno was
Columbus
talking
was
about it.
lost, brother. Listen, brother. This is the part where people don't get.
Okay.
Christopher Columbus was lost.
No,
He
he
didn't even
was
know what he
not.
was looking at.
No, he
There
was
were people
not.
doing
No,
sweat
he
lodge
was
over
not.
there, bro. Let me
India
finish, bro.
was
There's
not.
people doing.
No,
Let me
no,
finish.
no. That's
There's
that's
people doing
another thing
sweat.
you failed
Let
at.
me let me finish, brother. There's people doing sweat
No,
lodge,
I
and he
can't let
thought
you
it was a
finish that because
must.
that's a lie.
You know why? Because he thought he was
Hey,
in
can we
India,
talk?
bro.
Wait, can we talk?
That's a
Wait, wait,
lie
hey,
because India wasn't even
hey,
called India in 1492.
It
It
don't
was.
matter. But he was trying to go
Yes,
out there and
no, no,
trade,
Also,
you
bro.
that
can't.
don't
You
matter,
can't
hey,
but
He
what
do
was
you
trying to
that.
go
saying
out
do
there and
matter.
trade.
You can't do
hey,
that.
y'all, hey,
You
I'm
cannot.
telling
hold
you,
on.
bro. He didn't know where he was. He didn't know
Since
what
he
he
That
You
was
wouldn't
is,
just
looking
listen,
at.
spitting
bro.
off
That
your
is a
opinion.
He
You
didn't know
lie.
just
where he
literally said what he
was.
said didn't matter, and now he telling you something. Now you talking about that don't matter. You going off opinion, so you cannot
I'm not
debate
going off
like that.
opinion.
You
Yes,
I
you
just
are.
told
You're
you
going
distorting.
to.
You
it
need
You're
to
is
have
going to,
the
hold
bro.
on,
This
decorum.
is
hey, y'all,
starting to disown this.
greenscale.org.
This is exactly what you're
hold
dealing
on,
with
look
right
at
I'm
this.
now.
disowning you, bro.
So wait,
Listen,
wait, so wait, wait, look at this New York Times article, right? So wait, we're gonna go since he wants to do that, right? So the New York Times is lying about y'all being from Siberia because it says right
New
here
York Times is not
that
a legit source, bro.
okay,
It's a bunch of bullshit media.
colleges and
hold on.
universities said
Wait,
it.
hold on, look, hold on, wait, hold on. What about right here? Wait, science.org then. What about science.org, bro?
It's not legitimate because it goes
What
against his
about this?
beliefs.
Well, listen to it. It doesn't
Hold
make it. It
on, wait.
doesn't make it.
Hold on, bro. How you want to do this? How you? Because I can go to another one. You want me to go to another website? Because this is
Go ahead,
science.org.
bro. I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say with this. Go ahead.
Is science.org a legitimate source for you?
I can pick another
Closest
one. You
known.
want?
Okay, listen. I'm gonna create content about this because I haven't done all the research I need
Exactly.
to
He
do.
don't
I
want to
might be.
hear the truth.
Let me
Go
finish.
ahead, show it on
Let me
him.
finish. Okay, you just
Mute Redroawarrior. We want to
So let
hear
me
it.
see
finish.
see
Mute.
how
So let
you
me
are.
finish.
You
So let me
attacking me
finish.
right
So
away. Mute him. Mute him. I
Present
never
your
hold
mute you
on,
guys.
hold
live
on.
evidence,
I've
Because
never
Hey,
OP.
mute you
hey,
guys when
hey,
you
y'all,
guys
hold
show
up,
my
hold up,
live.
hold up, hold up.
Right.
When
Let
you
me
guys
say
show my
something.
lives, I never do that bullshit of
Hold on,
muting
hold on,
people.
hold
I
on,
don't
wait,
play
y'all,
that
You
hold
don't
on.
shit.
even
I
rock
don't be
fair on your
muting
panel,
nobody.
so hush.
I don't be muting nobody on my lives.
Yes,
I
you
let
do. You
people like
kick
you
people
come in
off
all
and
the time.
everything. Hush.
The
Mute
last time
them.
they were talking about the
Mute, mute,
Galagichi
mute,
tribe, and I told them, bro,
mute them.
Now, as I was trying to say, Ro, you could speak after I got finished saying this. In 1492, they did not call India India. They called it Vaspa or something like that. Then we got up here to around 18 something. They called him Hindustan. Around 1942, that's when they called it India. Christopher Columbus, he was not looking. He already. The thing what I'm trying to say is, Christopher Columbus knew where he was going because in old maps, there's a whole bunch of old maps that literally call America India superior, great
Let me
in
say
greater
something though.
greater
If
India.
if if
It's
Christopher
it's the
Columbus
it.
thought he was
Hold
going
on,
to India,
hold
why
on,
would he
bro.
call the native
It
indigenous
is the
people?
mindset. It is the mindset, the modernistic mindset, and the modernistic lies that's trying to tell the tale of Christopher Columbus. He did. He not one time in his journal he said, "I am lost." He knew what the hell he stumbled across. He got
If
his
you look up, there's a
information from
book.
other people from overseas that was along with him, mainly the Africans. The Africans was trading with the Americans. He got his information from that. So how the hell he got lost when he knew where the hell he was going? We got direction from the Africans.
I just wanted to say something though. Literally to piggyback off what you were saying about the Bharat Empire and then Hindustan, even as far back as the Greek and Roman Empire, they used the word Indus to describe it as themselves while it was still the Bharat Empire, and then they changed it to the to Hindustan in the 1700s. But if Christopher Columbus really thought that he was going to India, that we think is India today, why did he select a translator? Because the translator can speak Arabic, Hebrew, and Spanish and Portuguese. Why would he not bring someone who speaks Hindi, the language in India, an Indo-Aryan language? Literally, if he would have come to India, and then not only did they change the name, but then if he would have came thinking that he was going to India, he would have called the indigenous people Hindus. Not only that, but they also called people in the Philippines Indians. So he obviously did not think that he was going to India. That is just a word that they were using to describe certain people. You see what I'm saying? And if we were being called Hindus, the name Hindu would be stuck with us because we didn't change our name to match a country that just got named India in the after the 1700s.
Okay, hold on, bro. You said the Philippines.
Yep.
Okay, this was before or after?
This was the
Because you said
same
there
time
was.
period of colonization because they did the same exact thing in the Philippines as they did in America. They
All
did
right.
the same thing in Australia as they did in the Philippines. They did the same thing in Africa
Wait,
as
you're
they did in
mixing
America.
history. You're mixing history here, bro. The
No, I'm not.
Philippines was not named the Philippines. It's named Philippines because of King Philip from
I
Spain.
didn't say that they changed the name of the Philippines.
You said they were
They
they
called the
called
indigenous
Indians.
Filipinos Indians.
Okay, the indigenous
All
Filipinos.
right.
There's no such thing as Philippines by that time, bro. Colonization to the Philippines didn't start
Well,
till
I'm
about
using you
200
want to
years
play
later.
semantics. I'm using modern day terms to
I'm
describe a people.
using history, bro. Real
No, they
history.
Hey,
literally
hey,
called the
that
indigenous
that
people
shit
in
you
the
brought
island
out
of the Philippines
earlier
Indians.
about this book, you're a fucking liar. Cause
Let me
right
answer a
here,
question.
hold on,
What
let me
book?
finish. Let me finish.
What book? I never brought up a book.
Historical researches on the conquest of Peru, Mexico, Bagada, Natchez, and Ptolemaico in the 13th
That's not the
century by
source
the
I used.
Mongols. If you go down to the part where you say it's fiction, the subjects is history, general. When you
Not
go up,
fiction.
it says this work has been selected by scholars as being culturally important, and it is part of knowledge based on civilization as we know it. This work was reproduced from the original artifact and remained as the true original work as possible. Therefore, you will see original copyright references and all this talking about all the other shit. But basically, what I'm trying to say is this book is a real history book. Just because I want to know what, tell me this web link that you
I
said
just
that
told
this.
you already.
Tell me the
King's
web link. Tell me
College,
the web link
London.
again. I'm gonna
King's
type. I'm gonna
College
go.
is
Huh?
Hey, Red Warrior, can I ask you a question?
Hold on.
Do you
Wait.
know what
Wait for him to
kingscollections.org.
give me this web link. I want to know it.
It's kingscollections.org. That's the website.
Kings
This is
Collection
collections.org. Exhibitions and conferences plunging the sea Latin America observed. That's kind
dot.
of what the kingscollections.org, and there's some more, but what the fuck does this say? Let me see here.
Kingscollections.org. Kings Collection College London.
Exhibition, special collections, Latin American indigenous peoples, text, theories, Mongol settlement, the
Also,
13th, the
it wasn't
15th
specifically talking
century, the
about this
20th
book.
century.
So it wasn't talking about that book, huh? So you just went somewhere and just said some shit.
I didn't say shit. I just told you the website where I'm reading this information
Okay,
from.
where on this website that brings up this book? The book I just
I'll
showed you.
have to send you the link.
Oh, you was
Hold on.
bullshitting. I knew you was capping. Okay.
I'm not bullshitting. I'm telling you, I'm about to send you the link to it. There's no
post
reason
it in
for
the
me to
comments.
bullshit.
Let's tell me the web link. I could really
Hold
I could
on.
I'm already on the website. Special
Hold on, man. I'm trying
collections,
to copy it and
archives,
send it here.
exhibition. Maybe if I where is there a search bar here?
Give him some time, cause let him produce his source. Let's see if he finna actually have a source.
Printed
Look, I got a
pages.
whole, I got a source that debunks everything he's saying. I'm gonna pull that joint out. Look,
Let's see.
I got a website for you after this, Yahweh, to pull
right
up
here.
too.
If y'all can't see it right here. Now it says the results support the general view that the ancestry of the American Indians predominantly Mongoloid. This is a .gov site right here. So since you want to pull up sites, I pull up a reliable source, which is a .gov site. They're saying y'all are predominantly Mongolian.
As a matter of fact, I even read an article today literally talking about the only divergence of Mongolian DNA starts in the tip of South America. So North American natives still have Mongolian DNA, even in Mexico.
Because
I even
they're
have
all the same
Inuit
people.
DNA in my bloodline, and I got two different DNA tests, and one website classified my Inuit DNA as Inuit, and the other one broke it down as Chinese, Japanese, and Vietnamese, bro. And I posted that also.
I think we did that.
Yeah, he was full of it, bro. I wanted to ask him some questions.
Oh,
Oh, there we
Bro,
go.
no, he's still down there. He ain't left nowhere.
I am here. I'm trying to copy the fucking link. It's a long.
Nah, I do not take that long to copy no link, bro. Stop playing.
No, just tell me the just tell me the tell me what it is. The link or
What
What
you
it
trying to
whatever
is
it
say,
is.
my
here, it
Red
says
Warrior?
the link to this says King's Collections, Exhibitions, and Conferences, Theories of Mongol Conquest, You could
Okay,
probably
that's
type
why I'm
it
gonna type
in
that in.
on your
Theories.
search list. King's
I'm gonna
collections, exhibitions, and conferences. Theories of Mongol conquest.
theories
All right, it's a big ass. I tried to send it to myself because I was using a different phone for that,
of
and it
Mongol
just kept sending me to the website. Copy link.
conquest. Theories of
Man,
Mongol
you got
conquest.
me ready to go run inside and
Wait,
go get my other
let me
phone.
let me ask you a question, Red Warrior. Do you fuck with the government? Okay.
No,
So why
So
would you go to
here's
a
the website
government?
right here.
Wait. Let me ask you a question. Why would you go to a government
pretty
web?
much on a search engine. I just typed in.
No, no,
I
no. Let me
typed
ask you a
in
question. Why would you go?
1300s.
No, let me ask you a question.
I'm
Why would you
telling
go?
you.
Hold on, y'all, one at a
I'm telling.
time. One at a time. Y'all go and
Yeah,
I
answer
was
my
talking
he
question.
first.
told me about this invasion of Mongoloids in the east side in the 1300s. So that's all I typed in on the search engine, and I went through the .org pretty much,
No,
whatever was
so
.org.
what I was about to ask you is why would you go to a government search engine and then pull up a unreliable source and then try and use it if you don't fuck
Well,
with the
that is
government?
reliable. It's not
But
government.
This
It
how
says
is
is it
not
not
a
educational
reliable?
hold on.
.org.
This
It's
is not
educational.
reliable source. Look, I'm gonna read this to you. This is I went to college, bro. How you ever took reading comp one before? Uh,
Come on, bro.
Red
You just
Road.
said colleges and universities are all bullshit. Now you're saying
No, no, no,
that
no,
gives
no.
you
Listen, listen.
credibility.
No, no. I'm gonna teach you something. I'm talking about it's the art of reading comprehension. Have you went to college and took reading comp one and two, like writing paragraphs and stuff like that?
I went to college, but no, I didn't continue. No, no, no. I
Okay,
don't fuck with that.
I'm gonna read this for you. I'm gonna show you
I'm a
that this is
self-made
nothing.
millionaire.
I'm gonna
Oh,
show
you
you.
don't fool with that, but you push that evidence. Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you that this is nothing but conjecture and nothing but a pathos. A pathos is an emotional point of view, not a credible point of view, not a factual or evidence point of view. It says theories. These are not theories because it was written in the book and documented. For one,
Anyone could write a book, bro.
okay.
Dude,
Theories of
what is
Mongol
wrong with
settlement.
you?
Theories of Mongol settlement and conquest of South America are largely discredited now. By who? It says, nevertheless, the author of this 19th century work, this book right here, where it's at. Oh, let me show you something.
You
This
wasting
book,
your time.
this book is not
Next.
19th century. This book is not 19th century. If it let me scroll up,
What's the author of that book you're talking about, bro? Who wrote that book you're talking about? Can you show me? Can you show me
I
the
got
author?
something that
By
could easily
John
disprove.
Ranking. John
Let me see his
Ranking.
last name. Ranking. Let me see. Ranking. Okay.
I got something that we could all search up and easily just disprove how
John
how
Ranking,
they
author.
present information versus what the information really means. I got two articles that we could do talking about Lucia. Because didn't the Lucia Bones say that they were 100% Amerindian?
I mean, I got something even doper than that that proves Negroes here, but yeah.
Yeah, they say that she's 100% Amerindian, but you can go and read that in her DNA there was Australo-Melanesian, and they said that there had have been some influence from the Andaman Islanders, Australians, and Papua New Guineans.
What's abolitionist?
So how is she 100% something when she had influence in her DNA from other people?
Well, I'll subscribe to all that monkey bone stuff.
Naturalist.
Bro, this
I'm
book, hold on.
confused.
This is not even talking about shit what's inside of the book. I read the whole book. This ain't talking about shit what's inside the book at all. The first the first statement is just giving an opinion about the book. The second statement is not even talking about the damn book. The third statement, this most definitely ain't talking about the damn book. I don't know what the hell this other shit talking about, some plates or something. And this talking about the Chinese headdress or some other shit like that. But all this is not talking about this book. It gave an opinion in the first one, just saying, oh, it's just theories. But if you read this book and you go to the section, it can't be theories because if it was theories, it would be labeled under fiction or science fiction or historical fiction, which is not. Even Google tell you it's not historical fiction. It's called history general. The subject, the genre. So how the hell is this? This conjecture. This complete conjecture.
Well,
Because for one,
you,
it
you,
doesn't tell you who the people that's denying it. Two, it's just strictly opinionated. It's giving their opinion on what they feel like what the Chinese people are. This is not this is not debunking shit. Because to really
well,
debunk
Chinese
something, you
people and
gotta
Mongols are very different. Chinese and
y'all
Mongols are very
y'all
different.
y'all your people's Mongols, bro. Just face the facts.
Chinese and
So you're
Mongols
gonna
are the
call
Not
me
same
a
even the
thing.
Mongol, but you don't want
original.
to be called
Mongol
They're
African.
not even
Mongoloid
the
is
original
Yep,
what
because you
Mongols.
call us an
Let me
African,
tell you,
so don't
they're
sit up
they're
here and try to
no,
get
you
but hurt.
call
So
us
you
Mongols.
fucking call
So
me
if
today.
you're gonna go
Don't try to
base
sit
it
up
on
here and
looks and
be butt hurt now.
appearances,
You was just in
if
the
you're
But
gonna
ours
room
is based
calling
on
listen,
facts
females
though.
white tea
We can
and
Hey,
some
actually
Red
do
other
Jenny.
Red
stuff.
Road
ours
All
is
right,
Warrior.
based
look.
on
You be
facts,
wanting people to
DNA
pander to
facts.
Hey,
your
I
hey,
feelings.
just
It's
told you
father,
his
they
name
historical
is
just call
facts.
us
facts, world
African based
history.
on appearance, but
We're basing it
everybody,
on world
everybody.
history, DNA, uh,
But
everything, bro.
Red
From
Road
melanin
Warrior.
to
Do you know who
features
the
to
first people of the
everything.
Philippines are?
You can say that all day. That don't make it factual at all.
Hey,
It
Red
is
Road
factual.
Warrior.
It's
No, it's
historical,
not. No, it
scientific.
is not. It's a
Every
Now
lie.
listen,
where's your
listen.
culture?
I could
Then
prove him
speak
wrong
now
right
My
what to
now.
me.
I
culture,
could prove him
I'm
wrong.
practicing my culture. I'm doing it right now.
There's
And you're
more people.
imitating it. And
No,
you're
you're
imitating it.
you.
So
We have
where's your
nothing to do with
culture?
Mongols.
Where's your
Listen,
Yes, y'all
culture?
listen. I
do.
have friends. I
Where's
have
your
friends in
culture?
Asia. I have friends in Asia, and they have
And
no
you're
similarities
anti and
to
you're
us.
Hold on.
anti
Let him
The
finish.
way
Let
Mongol.
him
they
So
finish.
look,
you're
Let him
their
anti
finish.
body structure.
Mongolian.
Let me
No,
finish.
one
Their
at a time.
body
Let him finish.
structure, their languages, their traditions, everything about them, their languages are
No,
completely
you
different.
don't. No, you don't. You don't know
Everything is
nothing. You just
different.
talking. You are lying. You don't know
You're
none of this shit.
lying. I'm fucking. How
You're
the hell?
lying.
Why
No,
Until
would
no.
I
I
lie?
Let's
see
figure
these
this
Why?
out.
people,
Let's
I
just
do
figure this
not
out.
believe you. You
Why
just
What
would I
talk.
tribe
lie?
do you
You don't
claim,
prove.
Red Road
You don't show
Warrior?
any proof. You get little
I
pictures
just
and then you
told
try to
you.
host a live and say
I
There
this is
can't hear
is
why
you.
people
no
is a
Asian.
certain color. You don't tell. I want to. You
Go to
know
any
what? I want
indigenous
to know
tribe
what are you
and ask
doing
them to
besides
speak their
being on
languages.
TikTok saying you trying to stop something from happening. What are you doing outside of TikTok to stop indigenous erasure?
There is no indigenous erasure outside of TikTok.
Okay, so shut the fuck up then.
Wait, yes, it
What are you
is.
Red,
Hold
talking
on, wait a minute.
about?
Wait a minute. Yes,
Red
it
Road
is.
Warrior.
There is a
There
there
is
is
no
Indian
indigenous
erasure
erasure
So
outside of
you
outside of
just
TikTok.
not like this.
so you just get stuff so you
Hold
just
on,
look up
the
for
government is erasing y'all. He's taking
Where? What
not
part?
specifically
What
you,
region?
not
Tell me the
specifically you,
region.
East Coast and West Coast. They've
No,
been
that's what
kicking
there's
y'all off the
reservations, bro.
reservations
That's
for
why
this
there's
pipeline.
treaties.
Hey,
There's
Red
treaties
Road
and
Warrior, can you just
reservations.
answer one question, bro?
you're not
What
doing
Yeah, I
tribe?
am.
answering.
Treaties and
There's
Please.
plenty of
reservations is
YouTube
protecting
videos on
indigenous
this, and this man
people.
asking me what
Brother,
reservation.
there's laws to protect indigenous people
Red Road
against their
Warrior.
erasure
I
that you're
know you can
talking
hear
about.
me. What
Yeah, I
tribe
have
do
What
you
treaties and
claim?
reservations.
And those governments
What
what
can
tribe
laws?
are you?
easily
Ask
Do
Y'all
your
you
take it.
question,
maritime
acknowledge your
business.
John.
language
Ask
is
your question,
Siberian or
John.
not? What
Uh,
tribe are you?
I am a Shikanawaka, bro.
Yeah.
Navajo.
What language do you speak?
Now what?
Okay. Does that not come from Dene? Is that
No.
not part of the
The
Dene
Ne is
language?
Navajo.
Huh? It's Navajo, right? It's Navajo, right?
Yeah, bro, it's the Ne,
So yeah,
Navajo.
yeah, no, 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 quiet, quiet. We got you busted. Navajo is literally the
Busted.
biggest Dene language out there, bro, and that's literally
It's
the
not Nawat.
connected to Siberian languages up there in
It's not
Mongolia, bro.
Nawat, brother. It's not Nawat.
He said
Bro,
it's
you
not
just said
Navajo.
that you speak Navajo.
No,
I
he
never
didn't.
said I
He didn't.
spoke
He didn't.
Navajo.
He
I
didn't.
said
He
that's a
didn't say
whole
that,
different
bro.
language.
Oh,
He
I
didn't.
thought you said it was Navajo.
He didn't say that.
Come on, man. How you gonna attack
What language
somebody
did you
when I
say it
didn't even
was?
say none of that? I just told you again for the fifth time. Now what?
Oh, Nahuatl. Okay, okay.
And what region is your people located at? What hemisphere?
The West Coast.
No, we're not on the West Coast. We're all over, man. We're all
No,
over
no.
today.
Where
Man, get
are your
out of here,
people?
bro. No, you're
Your
not.
people is
Y'all
not
not
on
over
the
here on the
listen.
West.
Where were your people? Your people could
Okay.
not be
I'm
in the West Coast, the East
I'm
Coast,
trying
South
to
Coast, and North
answer
Coast at
and
the
you
same
attack.
time. Quit lying. Where were
Okay,
your
why am I
people?
lying? Why do I
Cause
need
you
to
are
lie
lying. You
for?
act like
Why?
no. You wanna know how I know you're lying? You act like your specific tribe was like this most powerfulest tribe above all the other tribes.
Why
No,
would I
you
think
weren't. Y'all
that?
people was not everywhere. Cut the cap. Where were
Why
your
would I think
people?
that? Let me
Where
finish
were
here.
your people? I'm
Let me
pretty sure
finish.
they was close up there by Canada somewhere. Where
Okay,
were your people? Where
first
were
of
your
all,
people?
are you done?
No, I'm not done. Answer my question.
Wife,
Well, are you gonna let me answer, or
let
are
him
you gonna
finish,
keep
wife.
asking me the same
Answer
thing
it.
over and over?
Let him finish, wife.
Yes, people. my tribe particularly migrated with hundreds of thousands of people throughout this hemisphere, known the region would be United States, Canada, Alaska, known as Aslanto, as the place of learning. 200
Bruh.
and some years it took us to get to Mexico Tenochtitlan. or to the city, modern day Mexico City, and build the biggest city in the world
The
So
West
y'all was
by
wrong.
at least 5 times
From
bigger than
where,
Rome.
bro?
Start over. Help
the
me
Hold up.
understand.
That's
West
where it started.
Coast.
Go back to the beginning because you started
So
lying
He
from
just
the
said
when
they
the
came from
beginning.
Spanish
Canada and
first
they walked.
arrived, when the
That
Spanish
story
first
do
arrived,
not make no
our
sense.
nation,
Start
our
over from
nation,
the
our nation.
beginning.
Are you gonna let me talk or
No,
not?
because you're gonna need to
Damn.
start over because none of these
You
people in
need
these
to calm
comments
down with all
understand what
this.
you're
You need to
saying.
calm
You
down with
just
this. I'm
Hey,
talking
hey,
to
sharing
be
my
hey, hey,
Oh
messy.
story.
hey.
my
No,
Let's
God.
I'm
he
all
gonna
sharing my
let,
side of the
hold on.
story.
he
You
Let's
gonna
keep
all
make it
cutting
talk
me
it
clear.
off.
over.
Hey, he gonna
Let's
make
all
it
keep it
clear. He needs to
peaceful.
start over because he said
Yo,
all
you
that
got a
real
problem,
fast.
man. You got a
Start
serious
over.
problem.
Start over.
I don't need to start shit over.
No,
I'm
yes you
telling
do
you,
because you're
our
lying.
people,
Start
where we
over.
came from, our
Now, where did
migration.
y'all
You don't know
migrate
shit
from?
about our
Start over
story.
from the
You know
beginning.
nothing.
No,
You're
you
Wait,
don't
can I?
know nothing. You on
You're
your
trying to
damn
grab
panel
one little
spreading
book that
lies,
Christopher Columbus
talking
wrote.
about we weren't indigenous from here.
hold
So
up,
yes,
hold
I
up.
am gonna
Don't
check
hold
you
up.
every
Don't
time I see
assume.
you.
Don't
Wait,
assume
yo,
what
yo,
I
can I
do.
can
We
I ask a question? Can I ask a
Don't
question?
assume
prior,
what I do. Don't
Red
assume.
warrior,
prior.
red warrior. There's three types of skulls. There's a Mongoloid, Caucasian, and Negro skull. What type of skull do you have?
Well, clearly, I don't know anything about the African, the one you're talking about, and the Mongoloid because they're not from this hemisphere.
Answer the question. What classification of the skull
Y'all
do you have
literally
out of
have
the
the
three?
same damn cranium.
I can't speak on those because they're not from this hemisphere. I just told you.
I got a better
Bro,
question. I
How do
got
you
a
want me
better
to speak
question,
on
Red Road
research that I
Warrior.
don't do? I don't sit here at studying Mongoloid culture because
you
it's not
Okay,
my
you don't
culture,
gotta
bro,
study
And
Mongoloid
you
culture
don't
to answer
study
this
the
question,
self
Red
or
Road
their
Warrior.
individual
history,
tribes.
not
So how
our
can you
history.
speak on our tribes? How
Listen,
can
bro,
you
I'm
speak
gonna
on
tell
the
you this:
Southeast tribes if you don't study these people, culture, traditional language? You come over here asking us.
southeast,
You don't know nothing
southeast.
about us. So how can you say that we are not these people or we were
How
never
do we
here?
not study this? I'm talking about
Listen,
this
you just
hemisphere
said what
here,
you don't study. So
America.
therefore you shouldn't be talking. Therefore you should
I'm
not be
not
going
talking
live
about. Listen,
anymore.
listen.
You
Just
should not be
stop
hosting
talking.
any
Let me
lives
Hey,
finish.
hey,
Let me.
hey,
What
anymore
are you
hey,
because
still
you
talking
are
about?
spreading
hey.
nothing but
Look at how
misinformation.
this
You are
lady's
a
attacking
hindrance.
here.
Hold
Look at
on.
how this
You
lady
are a
attacking.
She's
hindrance
not
to the
You
attacking
don't
you.
know
She's being
nothing.
you are
passionate.
a hindrance to the Native Americans
I
in
ain't
your
even. I.
community because you are spreading misinformation. You do not know
You
what you
what
are talking
misinformation,
about.
lady? I'm not
You
here to
don't have
convince
the
you.
credentials to talk about it. You
I'm
are
not
a
here to
Hey,
hindrance
convince
Red
you.
for
Can
the
you
Warrior.
speak
Native
our
American
languages?
community, and
Hey,
they
can
should
What is
let me
check
wrong with
your
this
ass.
lady? Something's wrong with this lady.
hey, cause
Terribly.
let me
Now,
show you
something
something.
wrong
Hey,
with you.
Red
You
Warrior.
got cognitive dissonance and you don't
Hey,
know
I
how
don't
to
need
let
to
me
convince
comprehend.
anybody.
Catch
I don't
up.
need to convince
Catch
anybody.
up.
I'm part of our
Red
tribe.
Warrior.
You
I'm
ain't
part of
part
my
of
tribe.
nothing.
Hey,
You ain't
I'm
part
part
of
of my tribe. I
nothing.
don't
Your
need
everybody.
to
shit
Can I
made
tell
convince
you,
you.
up.
hold on, Red Warrior. Hey, hold on, cause you always be asking, right? You and your whole people always asking for, take a blood test, right? And you want to use sources. So I know you know about the BIA. Yeah, I
No,
know
I
you know
don't.
about.
Listen, let me finish, bro. I
Hold
never asked
on.
people to do
Let me just
DNA
say, let me
tests.
just
I
show
never
you
asked
this.
people to do that.
Let me show you this. Just let
It
me
is
show
the
you this.
own African American community that's telling the black community to do that. Whoever
No,
believes
we
they're not
Hold
not.
on.
African descent, it
No,
is
we
the
Hold on.
not.
same black
Hold
people who are.
on.
Yes, they are. Look at my content.
Oh,
Bro,
It's
I
So
got
talking
you're
about
black
something
them
not.
that
people
I
Pan
want to
telling
say.
black
Wait,
people
you
to
after
talking
do
about them
after
DNA
Pan
Mongol is
tests.
done,
Africans. You
You're
talking
after
about
not.
them
So
Pan
Ethiopium is
Africans.
done, I got something to say
so
to you,
wait, wait.
Red Road Warrior. So you better be ready.
All
So
right, I'm gonna put it up.
you're not. So you don't. You're saying that you're not part of the people that's telling us to take a blood test, and that if we do our genealogy and it shows that we have no African ties, you're okay with that?
Look,
Answer
look.
the
I'm gonna show
question,
you.
bro. No, no, don't answer the question, bro.
Go ahead. Ask me again.
By you saying that you yourself are not a part of the group that's been telling us to take a DNA test because this article and according to the BIA government right here, right, it says a blood test cannot prove American Indian or Native American ancestry, right? DNA tests will not help an individual document his or her descent from a specific federally recognized tribe or tribal community. So, if that's the case and you're not agreeing with that, right? Are you acknowledging that if people do their genealogy and it shows that they have no African ties and they only have ties to this land, are you acknowledging that?
I'm saying it simple, bro. If you have no tribe here, if you're not part of a tribe, if you have no language, no culture, you're not affiliated with any civilization here or the last 10, 20,000 years, you're not part of this hemisphere, bro.
Y'all wasn't
So
Hey,
here
wait,
for
wait.
that.
So
Nobody
let me tell
came
you.
to
Y'all
So
this
wait,
wasn't
let me
here
earth.
tell you.
that
Let
Let
long,
me
me tell you.
bro.
finish.
Hold
Let
on,
me
hold on. So
finish.
by you saying,
Nobody. Let
Nah,
me
let him
finish. Let
finish.
me
Hold on.
finish.
Let him finish.
Let
Let him
me
finish.
he said, wait, he's
finish.
disacknowledging,
Can I finish?
you're disacknowledging all the
I'm
genocides. You're
not disacknowledging
disacknowledging.
because there's groups of people who say someone had a plan to erase somebody from this hemisphere, let me tell you, there's no such thing as that. There's no such thing as any native person trying to erase another person.
That's a lie.
That does not
So you trying
exist.
to say that the $5 the civilized tribes don't
That is
exist?
too new. That is way too new. You're talking about like 150 years, 100 years ago. You're talking about the five civilized tribes. The only reason why they're called that is because they cooperated with the United States. So any nation, any tribal nation who
No, this
cooperated with the United States of America, the new government that was wanted to take over this land now known as United States, they were calling any tribe who aligned themselves with them civilized tribes, and they were telling other people you need to align with the government. You
hey,
want to be civilized, or you're going to be a savage.
So you don't think
hey,
that's selling your
let me
people out?
come on, bro.
Wait, can I
South of
say
the you
something?
Let me
Can I
say
say
something,
something?
bro.
You literally just said that the five civilized tribes were
Let
called
me-
the five civilized tribes because they were aligning themselves with the government. But if you look at the actual history of all the treaties that were wrote up and the lawsuits that happened, all the treaties that were wrote up to claim the land of the indigenous people were faulty. And you can even look them up.
We
They went to
cannot state that, bro. That's not fact what you're saying right
Yes,
now,
it is.
because each
Yes, it
tribe,
is.
each
Actually,
tribe,
there's
let me finish.
documented history about it.
Each tribe has their own sets of
I'm talking
treaties.
about the five
Each
civilized
reservation.
tribes, not your tribe. I'm talking about the five civilized tribes that you
I
just
don't
brought
have
up.
let me finish, brother. There's
You
first
didn't
of
let
all,
me finish.
the
Right,
only
you
place that has reservations and treaties is in the United States, Canada, Alaska, from what I understand, not
That's
south
not
of the
true
US
though.
border.
So
South
that's
of the
not true
US
though.
border, 200 years ago, we defeated our oppressor, our colonizer, the Spanish.
y'all
We
ain't
were
do shit.
defeated
Stop that, bro. Stop
Y'all ain't
that. Y'all
do
200
didn't do
years
nothing,
that.
ago.
If
bro.
that was true, then you wouldn't have a reservation. You would be walking around
We
free.
don't have reservation. I don't know what reservation you're talking. I'm not part of
Didn't
a
you just say that
reservation.
you was? Didn't you just say that you anyone that
Bro,
doesn't
you
have a
keep
tribal
putting words in my
reservation is
mouth,
not
bro.
affiliated? What?
Bro, you're putting words in my mouth. You've been doing it throughout this whole
No, I'm asking
conversation.
you a question. If that's what you
Yeah,
said
he
or
did
not.
say that.
Yeah.
He
I
So
definitely
never
did.
said I belong to a reservation. Why
no,
would
no,
I
I
say
didn't
that?
say
No,
that you
you
said
didn't
that
say
you
you
belong to a
belong, but you
reservation.
said if you
I asked
have.
if you said that a tribe that does not have a federal recognized or reservation is not recognized by the government.
Any tribe, bro, that it has a reservation is recognized by the government. That's why there's a reservation, because they're recognized by the government and they're protecting whatever it is they're
Okay, so
doing.
you
Their
said what he
sovereignty,
said.
their yeah, go ahead.
But guess what, though, bro? The United States is a for-profit corporation. It's the minor. We're the major under common law jurisdiction. You're not under common law jurisdiction. You're under maritime jurisdiction, bro.
Again, I don't have a
No, ain't no
reservation.
again. What was the treaties and all that stuff between? It was between the
That's
several
not my
states, the
tribe.
perpetual union. Yeah, it was between the union and the United States. The
I'm
union
not
is the several
I'm not
states,
of a
which is
So
the
reservation.
basically,
major, bro.
is you not recognized?
Like, look, you're tripping. And I got an
In the
18.
United States,
Look,
in the
you're
United
Yeah,
tripping.
States,
answer my
we're not.
husband question. Are you not recognized?
In the United States, our tribe is not recognized because they think that we're from Mexico.
No, you sound like a Mexican. What are you talking about, bro?
So
What
you
are
a
you talking?
wabo.
I'm telling you. See, there you go, jumping, attacking right away.
Bro,
I'm trying to
you
Bro,
explain to
are
you
sound
you
just
that
a
like a Mexican,
wabo?
the
bro.
migration of our people was
So
from
you
the
know you
region
would be considered a
of
wabo,
this land.
right? You know
See
you
how
would be
you are?
considered a
See how
wabo.
you
They
are?
should be calling you a wabo because you're not recognized. Y'all literally tell us to
We
go
are
get recognized,
recognized.
and you
We
not
Technically,
even
are
no.
Wait,
recognized
recognized.
so
in
you're
history
recognized
It's
or
books.
not?
just a
We
Technically,
are
pop
yes.
collar
recognized by
color
the
black.
Mexican government. We are
I
recognized, but
really hope somebody got this recorded because this don't make no sense.
what are you talking about? How is this even attacking me? How is this even supposed to
I'm
make
not
me feel
attacking
bad?
you.
Okay,
You
all right.
taking
Look,
this as
look.
attack.
Based
You're
off
sitting
the
here saying,
statement you
I hope
just
someone recorded this. How is this hurting me?
look,
Our
based off
tribe is
your
one of the big, it was the biggest nation in this hemisphere.
look, based off
Our
your
tribe was the
statement
You're
Aztec
that you
lying.
just
nation.
made right
The
there,
Aztec
like for
nation is
example,
known throughout the world.
You're
based off
fucking lying.
based off your
The
statement, what you
Aztec nation, whew, all right, I'm
look.
lying. Yeah, okay.
I just want to ask him a
Just
couple
let him
questions though.
talk. Just be quiet.
All
Let
right,
my
I
husband talk.
based off the statement he just made, he said he's not federal, he's not recognized through the government, but he's recognized through history. Based off that, we can use that same thing, such as the Rabbanock, the Pununki
Facts.
tribe, the all other tribes on the other side of the Mississippi.
We are
They were
recognized by the Mexican government.
hold on, let me finish. All tribes of the other side of the Mississippi, they were pretty much Negroid.
Negroid is Spanish
Out of
and
all those tribes, we was not recognized. They had documentaries of stripping our tongue, destroying our traditions, taking our culture away. This is facts. I just talked about it earlier today about 1924, the Walter Plecker Racial Integrity Act. The shit that they did, they stripped us from the title Indian and gave it to pure whites. So I mean, there's history on them taking our culture and destroying our nationalities.
what
So so
nationalities,
so
bro?
You can't be asking
Don't
us
even
anything.
gaslight. I'm not even gonna
You
entertain
in
your get.
South, you
I'm
in
not
New
even gonna
Mexico.
entertain
I'm
your
asking you.
gaslight.
You
That's a
don't have
legit
no
I'm not
question.
even gonna.
restrictions
No,
to
I'm not gonna
asking
entertain
nobody
the
from
gaslight.
America anything. You are in
What?
Mexico.
What are you talking about? See,
No,
there
just
we
Listen,
like you
go
said,
again.
hold
your
on,
people recognize
naturalista,
How
the
am
hold
I in
on.
Mexico
Mexico? I just
government.
told you we migrated from
You
regions of
said
the
the
United States,
Mexico
Canada, and
government
Alaska.
recognized your
Did
tribe,
you
so
not hear that
therefore
whole
you do
part?
not get to speak
You're
on
cherry picking my
America.
words.
Period.
Nobody
End
ain't
Yo,
of.
you're
cherry
cherry
picking
picking
nothing.
my
We
words.
listening to
I
you.
just told you we
No, I
migrated
heard what
from
you
the
said.
region of Canada, United States, and Alaska.
So
We migrated
so
south
you are
to
Eskimo.
build the biggest city.
You're Eskimo.
I never
Dude,
said we're Eskimo. I said we migrated
If
from
you
the region.
migrated from
It was a
Canada,
migration.
everybody know the
It was.
story of the Mongol
stop
people
Let
talking,
me
honey.
migrating
Hold
finish,
on.
down,
bro.
bro.
You guys,
You got
are
the
you guys gonna
same
let me
story
finish?
as the Navajo. You
This
Hold
literally
not.
got
on,
the
I'm
hold
not
same
on,
done.
hold
story.
on, hold on, honey.
The story's not finished yet.
Red Road,
I
did
said
you
this was
just
a
say?
The story's
migration,
not
Hold
finished now.
on, hold on. Red Road,
bro. A
did you not? Yes or
migration,
no? Didn't you just say that your people,
Got
your
more
a
tribe
stuff.
migration
specifically, your tribe is not recognized by the government, but you said that y'all are recognized by the
by the
Mexican
Mexican
government,
government. Yes,
right?
by the Mexican government.
Okay, so if
Yes.
your tribe is recognized by the Mexican government, why are you speaking on the American government over here?
I
Right.
live for one. I was born here.
So,
Two, we
so
are
you think
origin.
because you
Let
was
me
born
finish.
here, you
Okay,
got
see,
claim to
you're
say
okay.
something?
You're
So
not letting me finish.
no, because you shouldn't even be
Traditionally,
saying nothing. The thing
traditionally,
is, you're not seeing, you're not
indigenous
seeing the
tribes,
hypocrite.
other
You're not seeing
indigenous
the
tribes.
hypocrisy right now.
Are you gonna let
You
me
no,
finish?
no, listen. You need to
You need to
listen.
listen. I'm not
No,
done talking yet.
you need to listen.
The tribes of the
You're
United
not seeing
States
the hypocrisy right
recognizes.
now.
There
You
are tribes
literally,
that recognize us.
nuh-uh, you literally doing the same thing that y'all saying that we are doing. You are not even
Bro, why
recognized.
you
You
mute me?
telling us to
See?
go get recognized,
Because I'm
right?
trying to make
Bro,
it go one at a
bro, that's some
time. Y'all,
bullshit,
nobody ain't
bro.
gonna be able to hear
Muting
y'all if
me so
y'all
I sit
talking
here
over
and
each
listen to
other.
her.
I was gonna mute her too. I was gonna say
Oh,
one
you
at a
should mute her,
How
time.
you
bro.
gonna
'Cause
mute him?
You
see,
a
bro,
mute
this is why I do
y'all.
my lives. You know what,
Look,
bro? This is why so many of your people join my lives, bro. Because I don't mute them like this. I don't kick them out. I let them speak, bro, unless they
You
fuck up.
do quit lying. Yes, you do.
come on now,
Want
don't
me
do
to
that.
go do my live right now?
Don't do
Want
You
me
that.
to go
just
do my
I
did.
ain't
You
live?
gonna go join
did.
your
I
life.
just
I'm just
seen you
gonna come over
do
there
it.
and clown. I'm not even gonna.
Because you know
I'm
ain't
gonna be
nobody gonna
front
be
with you.
blocking you, bro. Like we'll speak the truth about things, man. I told you we
Wait,
are recognized by other indigenous tribes
How can we?
to
How
have
can we?
close
How
relation with some
we
of their
sit up here
languages.
speaking the truth and you not even trying to listen? You got something to
Bro,
say every time we
let
try
me
to
tell you.
put a little
I'm
piece
gonna
of
tell you one
history.
thing. Yeah, let me tell you real quick, bro. The Aztec nation was the Mexica, the Anahuacas were the only nation to fight to the last warrior
He's still doing it.
against the 500 Spanish and the 200,000 Tlaxcalas. How is it that even though they destroyed our country, as a matter of
Who
fact,
gave them that
let me
term
finish, brother.
Aztec?
The
The Spanish
Inquisitions, the
called them
Inquisitions.
Aztecs.
Let me finish, bro.
That
The
word came
Inquisition.
from the
Let me
Spanish.
finish, bro. You
That
don't
word
speak
came
for
from the
my tribe,
Spaniard.
bro. There's a reason why I'm
Hey,
saying
what the
Aztec. There
Spanish
is
look
a
like
reason
back
why.
then?
There is a reason why I say Aztec because most people wouldn't know what Mexicana Waka is unless I use the word Aztec. That's the reason why we use the term Aztec. Not because that's what we call ourselves, but that's how other people can relate to who we are. Because
Hmm.
everybody's heard the word Aztec in history books and religious throughout the world. They know the Aztec, but when you tell them, you know the Mexicana Wakas, who the fuck is that? Oh, there you go. That's the reason why we use Aztec. But traditionally, when the migration ended in Mexico City, it changed the name changed to Mexicas Anahuacas. That's when it
Okay,
changed. So
just
we
like you
never
want us
used
to
that term.
recognize
We
these
never used that
people.
term.
Okay,
Okay, so
naturalist
you see
time.
how we never heard who those people were. That's just the same way like y'all never heard about the tribes that was on the southeast. Who the fuck are those people? But now here y'all come and saying you never existed.
I want to finish what I was trying to get to
No,
because
you
that's
need
gonna that's
you
connecting
need
you
to get
too.
understanding.
It's
You
gonna
over here
connect
to
what you
just
guys are
pick
yo,
fights
stop
claiming.
with
cutting
Now,
her off,
somebody.
now,
Sheik. You're
Red
not
If you're
Road
not trying to
So
come
rebuttal
the
what
together
she
and just
said.
get
Inquisitions,
yourself common ground, then
yeah,
you don't need to be over here.
Rebuttal what she
yeah,
said.
the
Red
Inquisitions.
Road.
This nuh-uh. Cause if
It's
he ain't over
natural.
here trying to get no
The
understanding, what he up here
Inquisitions.
for?
Okay, the Inquisitions that happened in Mexico. It was anybody who spoke the Nahuatl language or practiced their traditions would have their tongue cut, or they'd be unalive, they'd be burned like witches, like they did with that was the Franciscan order, the church, the Catholic Church, the Spanish. That's what they were doing to the, particularly in this case, just the Anahuacas or the Mexicas, the Aztec, because we were the only nation to fight to the last warrior. The Purépechas,
The
the other
last
tribes
warrior,
never fought
but
them.
what?
Other tribes never fought. They never had a big battle like that. They never had huge battles like the Aztecs did or the Mexicas did with the Spanish. We were
I
the
just want to
only
ask a
What
nation.
year
clarifying
was
question
this?
that went over
So
my
Red
head.
Red Warrior. What year was this?
1300s,
What
13
1300?
1300 to the 1500s.
I
15's
just want to ask a question that went over my something went over my head. You said that they had a fight to the
15,
last warrior. So then how many of y'all there from one person?
1521.
You
This
said they
happened
had
in
a fight to the
1521.
last warrior. There was one person left.
No, there wasn't. Okay, see, don't jump into conclusions too, because
You
prior
said
to
that. You just said
okay,
that, bro.
so are you gonna let me explain? You don't just go to war and not get your women, your elders out of the battlefield. Obviously, the city was being evacuated. They were evacuating elders, women,
That's
and there
not
were
what you said, bro. Stop
and
playing
this was.
games.
I think
I'm
you're a
telling you what
Chino
it
slave.
is.
He holding his
It don't make
ground.
no
Honestly,
sense to when the United States or some country
Chino.
World War II. You think it was women and elders fighting? No, they'd get their warriors and they go
They did
fight. The
not
women and
care
children
who the
they'd be
freak they
taken
were
out to the
killing, bro.
mountains,
They would literally go after
and they had different.
specifically women
Bro,
and
stop
children,
speaking
bro.
for my tribe, man.
Bro,
Nah,
Stop.
bro,
I'm
hold up.
speaking from
Yo,
true
Natural,
history,
let me
bro,
ask you a
and what they
question,
did
You
bro.
ain't speaking
everywhere.
shit, bro.
They
You speaking
legitimately,
lies.
No, you ain't.
bro,
Ooh.
Stop the
they literally
discourse.
were cutting babies
Stop the
out of pregnant
discourse.
women's stomach, bro.
We need one
Yo,
at a
Natural,
time. One at a
Natural.
time. Every
Let me ask you
come
my
in,
question.
coming and trying to
You
listen
don't
to.
need to be speaking for nobody else's tribes.
You don't speak for my
Hell.
tribe.
And
You're
you don't
talking about
speak for
my
our
tribe, man,
tribes.
about our history. I'm telling you right now,
Okay.
there
And
was
it applies
people
to
in
you
other
too. Who the
regions.
fuck you think you is?
There,
Wait, yo, let me get my licking on him.
Okay, I muted everybody. One at a time. Now, let's get it. The one that called my name, go. What's up?
bro. All I'm saying is, if people are gonna speak on my tribe and who I am as a descent, then I will speak on this. This is the only reason why I joined these lives. I don't come out here to convince nobody to be this or be that or change your mind or change your philosophies or tell you not to read.
Bro,
If you're happy claiming to be somebody else, claim whatever you want to do, bro. But don't go around and don't go tell people, oh, you're mongoloid based on looks, because
Oh,
nobody here has
bullshit.
ever asked me, hey,
Bullshit. We
bro,
ain't gonna
what's your
stop.
But
background?
you say we
Nobody,
Bullshit.
African
bro,
based on
nobody
look.
here. Who here
Bullshit.
has asked me what's your background?
I called you a
Nobody.
mongoloid because you called me
And you're
an
wrong. Then you're
African.
African.
And you
you
If
don't
I'm
called us
want to
mongoloid,
African
you're
go
first,
African.
though.
Why?
around
Hold on.
what
Why?
you sit up
Why
here
she gotta
thinking you
be
finna do.
African? Why
Why do
can't
I
she?
gotta
Exactly.
Why?
be
Why?
mongoloid?
Why can't she be original
You're a
Pacific
mutation
Islander?
of the
Why? Why?
original
Why
mongoloids because
just?
they
I
were
don't care.
dark skinned.
Why it just got
Let
to be
me let
that?
me state this. Let me state this just the same way he feel. I feel the same way. I'm not finna sit up here and let y'all go around and try to erase our tribes and try to say that we never existed. Just like y'all
Nobody
don't want to be
erase your
called
tribe. This is where I'm trying
mongoloids,
to
you're
get
not going to
to.
call us Africans.
Are you gonna let
Period.
me finish?
Because we did
Shit,
not
I
come
ain't
from
gonna
We
stop.
cannot
Africa.
be called
No,
mongoloids
You
I'm
got
not
and
gonna
records
let
we
you
of
don't
their
finish.
speak
You
the
talked
warriors.
all the
language,
motherfucking time. It's my
bro,
turn to talk. You gonna
bro.
shut the fuck up and listen
Hey,
or get the
natural,
fuck out.
natural. Hey,
Nah,
Period.
natural.
it's her
Hey,
Natural
time to
speaking
natural.
first,
Real
talk.
and you
quick, I
can
want to
find
ask you
natural out
something,
next.
natural.
Wait,
Nah,
Natural,
nope.
can I say
Natural.
I'm
something?
still talking. He
Hold
ain't
on.
finna be
Do
sitting
you
up here
speak
talking and
African?
think we supposed to listen to
Do you
him, but he
speak
don't want to listen
Swahili?
to no fucking
He ain't
body.
fucking
He just
African.
listen. He just listen to reply. He don't listen to understand.
It's
He just want to
naturalist.
fucking
It's
talk.
naturalist turn to talk.
Hell,
Now go ahead, natural.
like I said, you're not going to sit up. You or no other Native American is not going to sit up here and try to tell us who we are and who we are not. Like you said, we're not going to speak on your tribes. Don't you speak on ours? Period. That same respect that you want us,
I'm gonna go to
you
my
better
live
mute
later.
yourself. Don't you say
Nah, I
nothing to
got
me.
questions for you, bro. Are you
Exactly.
leaving?
Better get the fuck on. He better go. Exactly.
Nah,
They don't
man.
like
I
it when
wanted
they
him
come
to
back
He
on the
stay.
finna
app.
I
go
was
talk
about
to
to
you,
kick
man.
him right now.
I don't give a fuck.
He just
They
I
don't
he,
like it
literally
when
was
they
about
come
to
y'all
back
heard
kick
what
on
he
him
the
say.
app.
out.
He said,
When
"I'm
they
finna go
be
start
sitting
my
up here and
live."
all these people be sitting up here following up behind it, but don't be knowing the truth. But y'all following up behind these goddamn fucking racists.
I had something I was gonna say to him though, because I was gonna have us pull up the Negritos from the Philippines who've been there for thousands and thousands of years, and we was gonna break down their DNA for him and show that they had DNA lineages that showed that they had connections to the people in the Philippines that were Malaysian or the Malays, that's what they're called, that are non-Negritos, and the people from the Pygmies
I'm
in
sure
Africa.
Lee's, I'm wretched and ghetto with it, period.
I was just gonna ask him. I'm like, look,
And
do
I
you
be
have
on
Don?
go. What's up?
Oh,
I'm gonna
I was
go
about
join
to
his
ask.
live and ask him to pull up all these
Think that
people.
phase me? Please go join his live and help him.
I
Go
be
ahead.
Cause
like,
he was not
Lord
listening.
Natural,
Yeah,
man,
he
I've
was
been
not trying to
following
hear
you
anything.
for
Y'all literally
years
brought
now.
out source after source, and he was like, "Oh no. Oh, this source wasn't good
You
enough." He
amazing
don't
cat,
care.
bro. You're amazing.
Hold on,
Like
y'all.
the knowledge
KP talking.
that you shared throughout the years, talking on Lord Natural. I've been following you for the past 2 years, man, and following you opened my eyes to my research and my own studies, man. And I just want to let you know that I highly respect you, man, because not only have you changed my life, you changed my family life, and we on the path of knowing who we are, knowing that we are the true originals, not only on this plane, on the entire plane of this planet.
That's
Now,
right.
I know for a fact what's about to happen in the world. We can sit back and bicker back and forth with these subhumans, and it's not even worth it. Don't even let them get you out your square, because
we got to prepare for the coming. We got to prepare for what the change is about to come, because they're doing everything in their power to get us to revolt so they can try to annihilate us physically. They've been saying it throughout the generations that they annihilated us physically, but they didn't. They've been annihilating us mentally. Now it's the final draw, and they trying to annihilate us physically.
Can
So
I
when
can
you
I
have,
say something?
Hold
go
on,
ahead, brother.
hold on, let KP finish.
So so basically, man, one thing that I realized, we're the leaders, right? We're the tribe of Yahuda, and we're also the aborigines of this land that own the Mississippi and the Nile and all that. You guys are correct. But we got to realize what they did, right? The white man came in and he turned us all against each other.
Absolutely,
We definitely are the aborigines, but what they did was the white man gave them our lands and put them at the heads of the reservations because they were jealous of us even since we came here, because we followed the laws of Moses. We built architecture. We were, we're the wisest people, which is why they picked us, and we're the strongest people. We still are.
absolutely,
So one
absolutely.
thing is that we don't have to tell them that they're Mongoloids, because they could be the tribe of Issachar, right?
Hell
And they just
no.
put them in the place.
Hell no, bro.
No, you gotta understand. You gotta
No,
understand, right?
you
They
No,
elaborate.
they
See,
are
this is why they
not.
be calling us Hebrew
You
Israelites like
No,
elaborate, bro.
that.
Everybody was melanated, dark skin, bro.
they are
Everybody.
not.
You can
Period.
no,
read
there
the
was
That 12 tribe
listen, when
chart,
they came,
bro. No, sir.
listen to what I'm gonna say.
I
When
hear
they
Hold on,
you.
wait,
came
wait,
here,
Benjamin Franklin's
no, listen to
bro,
what I'm gonna
people
say
as
bro.
though.
What
When
you,
they
West,
wait,
came
bro.
wait.
here,
What you saying is,
there
what you
was
saying is
two
far
different
Hold
fetched.
on, y'all.
types
Let
of
them finish. Let them
phenotypes.
finish.
There was two different types of phenotypes. There was the Mexican phenotype, and then there was us and our phenotype, the Aboriginal phenotype.
They ain't came here to the
And
13th century, brother, during the Kublai Khan War, the
no,
Mongol
no, you
War.
got the Mexicans. The Mexicans were here too, over there in the land that they're in, over
They
there
was
in
No,
melanated people. Those people that
no,
yeah.
they
came
were
that you
dark
call
skinned
Mexicans
No,
people.
today,
listen. That's not
Yahweh
what they
Shai,
said. When listen
Yahweh Shai.
in the
Check this
Spaniards,
out. They was the
look, bro,
Pacific
I'm telling you from
Islanders
the
of the
book. I'm
Daika
telling you
people.
from the book
What book?
that was written about it.
What
It's
book?
called
What book?
Ancient America by George Jones. Read it,
Go read
and
the
then
book.
Bro.
Hold
you'll
on. I'm telling
understand.
you straight from the
It
book, from the
explains
historical
everything.
records of Natchez. Dang, I gotta pull up this shit back up again because I'm fucking.
Hey, bro, like it's funny,
I'm
man,
saying, but no,
because
they are not these. They are
like they
not the
don't know that
Israelites, bro.
the original
Oh
man
no.
started like a lot of nations. It was a so-called brother that started China. It was a so-called brother
No,
that
I
started
mean, no, don't get
Ireland.
me wrong. Okay, but look,
Let me
okay.
finish,
So
bro.
look,
Let me
let's just
finish,
say,
please. May I
let's
finish?
just say they are
This why
Mongoloids,
they
May
be
I
right?
saying
finish,
we
bro?
Hebrew Israelites right
Right?
here.
May I
We
finish,
are
bro?
Hebrews. We were
May I
following the
finish,
No,
laws of
but
please?
Moses
no,
when they
I'm
came
saying this
here.
why they be going
May I
around saying
finish,
we
bro?
Hebrew Israelites because of conversations like this. You get in there, where you get that 12 tribe chart from? Who made the 12 tribe chart up?
Aria.
Since we want to go there, let's go there.
No,
Yah
Who
he
made
made the
that
did
12
chart?
not.
tribes of
Aria
Israel.
did that.
Some Nephilim
Ariana
did.
made that chart.
Wait, wait,
We
wait.
See,
know
you
all
guys,
about the
it's
Hey,
all
Israelites.
connected.
hey, y'all. I got.
Hold
Read
on. How is that
Isaiah
12
11.
tribes? No, because
We were
Isaiah 11
scattered
is not
across the
talking
four
about them
corners of the
let's
earth.
goddamn
get the chart. Because
Mexicans.
the chart says that these people are these people. So let's deal with the chart. Who made the chart?
It don't matter who made the
Yes,
charts.
Yes,
It
it
the hell
matters
it
who
do.
we
do.
truly
Yes, it
are.
do matter.
Some
I'm.
agents in them
Do
Israelite
not those
camps made them.
charts? Though, yeah, some of the charts is not accurate, right? But are we the tribe of Yahuda? Yeah, we
But I'm
are.
I
gonna
can't
tell you.
even
Hold
say
on. I'm
that.
gonna tell you why
Listen,
you.
bro.
Hold
Can I
on, y'all.
say
Because I'm gonna
something?
tell. Hold on, because I'm gonna see why you even coming with this mindset. Because I'm gonna tell you why it's a high chance you coming with this mindset, my G. Because respectfully, and I do, I hate having to do this to a certain extent, but I'm gonna
You
do
don't
this.
have the laws of righteousness, so it don't matter
Hold
what
on,
you
just
say. If you don't
listen.
know how to be
Just
righteous, then
listen.
you
Let me,
have
I'm
to
gonna
be
Oh,
ask you a
see,
civilized.
there
question.
you
Hey,
go.
don't
Let him
come
See,
here
you
speak,
with
don't
that
want
bro.
to
Let him
Israelite
speak.
understand.
militant camper
Exactly.
spirit, bro.
Okay.
Don't do that
It's not
shit.
But
about Israelite.
let
It's
me
about
hold on.
righteousness.
Let
What
me
is
just ask you a question.
righteousness?
Let me just ask you a
The
question.
laws of
Following the
Let
Moses. Read
law?
let
them, and
Opium
you'll
talk.
find it
Hold
out.
on, let Opium
My
talk.
G, y'all, hold on. Okay, if I were to ask you respectfully, how far are you working on your genealogy, or do you know what genealogy is? What would you be able to respond to me back?
Well, my people
Mm.
came from Louis. My people, the seed that I come from, comes from Louisiana. My grandma was native and also Aboriginal. She was black and native, also like from the
There's no
other
such thing
natives
as
that
black.
mixed in
There's
with
no such
us.
thing as black. You should know better than that.
Well, I'm speaking on the terms that we know. Okay, the
No,
real
you
term
should
would
know,
be
but you should
Hebrew
know. Why would you
or an
disrespect? Why would
Aboriginal.
you disrespect your elder like that and call her black if you know?
I
Right,
just said that she
right.
was native and black because that's what they
Black is
called
Why
us.
not
would
a
But
you? Why
is
for the second time? Why would you disrespect your elder for the second time like that if you know?
the point is that I'm
No, the
explaining
point
what
is that
it
you
all
is
is
anybody
disrespected
about.
your elder on two
And
different
and you
occasions,
guys
and you
look,
acting
you
like
guys can argue
you
with me
acting
all
like you
day,
know, and you've been
but the
disrespected
truth
your
is
own
the
elder
truth.
on two different
No,
We
but
you
you
occasions.
are the
you
didn't.
won't
leaders,
You
you
and
won't
if
said
you're
argue
she
not
though,
was
bro.
righteous,
native.
you're not a
You said
king.
your
If you
grandma
don't know
was
the laws of
native.
Moses, you're not a queen or a king.
Listen, you
You're a
said your
peasant and
grandma
you're a
was
pagan.
native and black.
Yo,
What
yo,
And
did
when
get
you
him
she
out of here,
show
say?
naturally.
Like,
hatred
Get him
what
out
was
of
the
towards
here.
our
black part
people,
of
you're
your
nothing but a
grandma?
hater and you're racist.
What
You
was
need to
the
show
Oh, we're
black
love
not. We're gonna
and,
part
let
of
him
and
your
invite
finish.
grandma?
We're gonna let
You
him
everybody.
finish.
going there for fucking nothing with your old ugly
That's why you
self.
have problems
You
because you're a
going to
hater.
hell.
Shut
Jesus
up.
and
You're a harlot.
Yahweh is not going
Hold
to
You're just a
up,
save
harlot.
you.
You don't know how to be quiet.
Yahweh
That's
is
your
not
problem.
going to save you.
I'm already saved. I'm already good. You're
Yahweh
not good.
is not coming
You
back
don't
for
know.
you. He's not coming back. Sorry to
Bro,
disappoint you.
you a real life house nigga. You come up here arguing with your own people, bro. You crazy.
hold up. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold up, dude. I just want to ask you one. I want to ask you a question. Not in a militant conversation, Yahweh Shai. Just in a regular conversation. What is righteousness? You got to unmute yourself, Yahweh Shai.
Righteousness is the laws of Moses, okay? Righteousness is caring for other people, right? Like if you see somebody that's down bad, you're going to look out for them, right? If you see somebody who doesn't have the wisdom and don't know who they are, you're going to explain it to them. And you're going to be it in a nice way, in a loving way. You're not going to deny people and mistreat people because they look different from you. But you're
Oh,
going to show love, as it states in the book. It says, do not abhor a stranger. And that's one thing about our laws that we follow, but we
who
haven't been
was the
taught that
who
because
was
we've
the
been following
stranger?
other stuff.
Who
The
was
stranger is anybody
the
who
stranger?
loves
Was the
us and
beast
that
of the
wants to
field?
follow our ways
The
and
stranger
respect us. They
was
all gotta listen, they gotta
the
respect us
stranger was
already,
the beast
right?
of the
They
field.
have to respect us. So we don't
No, they
Bro,
have to
you
be
don't.
just talking
mean
over him, bro.
because those who are rude to us will get punished. You understand? Those who hate us will
You
be
Okay,
ain't
cursed, and those
how
who
you
love
established
us
gonna
this
will
kingdom
be
tell
versus,
blessed.
how you
and
gonna
guess what?
tell
And those
everybody
that
on
are
this
rude to
panel
us
that
will
they
be
are not
punished.
righteous and not committing no good actions?
Well, if you don't read
You
the laws
ain't
of
righteous.
Moses and
You're
you
not
don't know
righteous.
that, if
You're
you don't
not
know that
righteous
the
because if
laws
you
of
trying to
righteousness are,
operate in
be
that, because I can
quiet,
get with you.
be
I can get
quiet.
with you, baby. I can quote the scripture back
Yeah,
home.
I
You're
know
not
you
acting
can.
righteous.
That's why y'all have
You're
a
not
problem
acting righteous.
because you act like
You're not
this.
acting righteous. You're not acting righteous. Because if you want somebody to
I
listen
got
to
his
you, you ain't gonna come
crybaby
at them
ass
like that
out of
first off.
here.
Hey, with that damn goddamn camper goddamn ideology.
Be
I bet
quiet.
you he be on the I bet you
Quiet.
he be on the street corners every Saturday.
Be quiet. Boy, you hear that high
Right.
pitched voice? Be
No,
quiet.
Hey,
he wants to
you,
sit
hey,
up there
you
because
heard it
what
coming
if you
out of it a
continue
little
to
bit,
let him
right?
talk, he was finna sit up there and curse us. He was sitting up there doing that goddamn cursing they always be doing. Shut the fuck up with that shit.
Be
Hey, boy,
quiet.
Hey,
we
I
gonna
know
keep
That
y'all.
this
I know
damn
energy
y'all
with the
voodoo.
heard it
cap
creeping out of him
down,
a
boy.
little
I
bit,
love
though.
it.
It was creeping out of him a little bit. Y'all heard it. That's why he had to leave. He was like, "Oh, my character's coming out. I got to go."
Hey, the
You
reason
can't
he
be
was
doing
acting
that.
like
What
that,
he don't
let me
understand
tell y'all a
is
little lesson real
we
quick.
went through that. He
The
don't be doing.
reason
Don't do that.
the reason he was acting like that because in the Israelite culture, they act hyper aggressive towards women.
Right, right.
That's how they
Physically
is.
misogynistic.
I bet
They
you was like,
won't,
if
and
I
you
could
see
get
he
him right,
had
he
the
probably
name
would have slapped the
Yahweh
mess
Shai.
out of me.
You see they had the name Yahweh Shai. When you see that name, they automatically said women shut the hell up in the church. Women can't
Right.
teach. That's why he
If he
come in.
look, if
That's
he
why
could
he
have
come
been
into
around
the.
me, he probably would have slapped the mess out of me.
Hey, Lord Baltimore, when they landed in Virginia, Lord Baltimore, his crew, they said that they would make the Indians out to be the Israelites because they were scattered all around the world when they were trying to figure out who they were. But they stayed with them for 9 months, and they said throughout their practices, their behaviors, their dress, and watching their birth practices, that there's no way that they could be the same people.
Mm.
Hmm?
So you
What?
can't just run up here and tell
Exactly.
people that everybody's something, because it's documented that everybody is not in fact what you think they are.
I mean, shot. Well, I was gonna tell him if he would have just humbled his damn self. I was gonna tell him that we had a majority of different black people that came here during colonization, and we got a lot of black
Absolutely.
people that's not from America that lives here. I ain't talking about just from Africa. I mean, you already know the story, but I'm saying like you just can't look at somebody and say, "Oh, Israelite, Indian." Like, come on now.
Right.
That's the mindset of an Israelite camper today. A lot of people over here is original English or Aboriginal Dutch. I mean, it's a lot of black people that's of different nationalities that's unknown that has unknown ties to these people of different lands.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Like they not finna keep doing it, coming over here pushing it, cause that's why they keep saying we Hebrew Israelites now, cause of the stuff like that having those type of conversations.
I
And if
feel
we're
like
gonna
you
deal with
shut
that,
everybody down the way you should have. You shut
let's deal with the 12
everybody
tribe chart
down
then.
correctly.
Yeah, that's
It
that
was fun for
bullshit.
me over here.
That was that
I'm
bullshit.
sorry, like I don't be wanting to come out my character like that, but I be like, no, let's not even go there, cause like I said, we're gonna deal with the 12 tribe chart. Let's deal with that and deal with who created it, and that's gonna cancel everything. So they really need to
You
shut.
heard what he
Like that's
said.
why I start really
He
like
said
shutting
he
up.
said he said y'all created the chart. Y'all ain't created that chart.
This, oh my
We
god,
told you Ariad created that tribe. We studied that whole damn thing. Who started the ABC Hebrew Israelite camp was Ariad, Bishop Nathaniel, what's that dude? Something Gibbons and some other shit. Like
Hmm.
y'all started that stuff, man. Y'all militant ass bastards. Y'all know what the hell y'all did. They talk about I had a dream about the chart, so I wrote it down. Come
exactly.
on now. His name is Ariad. If y'all want to know.
And then look, as soon as we stop listening to them, y'all ain't righteous. You're going
I
to
think he
hell.
dead
Give them
now.
the back.
I think Aria dead now. Mm.
Question, Lord Natural. How do you feel about the economy of the country right now? Where do you
Trash.
see it going?
It's trash. It's going to continue to be destroyed, and I'm just waiting on cataclysm. Just to be honest,
Absolutely.
that's all I'm waiting
Right.
for. I'm waiting for the Earth reset, not man's reset.
There you go.
Like
Indeed.
even if I perish, I know I'll be back. So I'm not really worried.
Right.
Like that stuff was like we was in that stuff so bad. This mud had me finna go to overseas, finna be a Bedouin. Like,
Quit telling that
come
stuff.
on now.
She was handling bro too, bro. She was handling bro. Bro was getting out of square, man.
Be quiet. Well,
No,
sound
I'm
like a
not gonna
whole
be
school
quiet.
teacher.
I
You
mean,
white
This
I
school.
don't like don't do that. Don't
A
try to tell me what to
substitute.
do. My husband tell y'all y'all can see. So if he if I barely be wanting to listen to him, you think I'm finna let another man tell me that? No, sir.
I can
Hush.
tame it though.
indeed.
I'm not worried about
That
Hey,
it.
y'all
right.
heard him
They
when
can't.
y'all heard him.
That fire. That's right.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even hear him to tell you.
Y'all, he said you're a harlot.
What? He said that for real, bro?
Not
Yeah,
on my
he said
harlot.
you're a harlot. I was like, God damn.
This mother took it way back. Not in the kingdom days.
God damn.
And that's
He
the
must have
amazing
had his
thing.
Hebrew suit on. He
When
had
a
his
woman of
Hebrew suit on
when
while
a
he
Nobody
woman
was
of
said
our
talking
hard
to
people
him.
lip. I'm
can give
dead.
you the truth
Bro,
and you lose
he
control,
probably
what make
praying.
you think you can stand with man?
He probably praying right now against us.
That's why I want
To,
finna let him
to
speak them
strike us
curses.
down with the wrath.
Right. You want finna speak your
I
curses or your
said,
Yahweh Shai, baby. I'm waiting for Yahweh Shai to come save you too. And no disrespect to anybody that followed it. I just, just really pray and request that
Y'all
y'all
pathetic for real.
get up out there.
Come on now. I know y'all part of Israelite camp stuff, and you probably don't like what you're hearing, but it's the truth. We've been doing look. Me and my wife been doing that shit for 5 years. We know what's up about it. And I read the Bible 4 times completely, man. So I know,
No doubt.
but not completely,
No
not
doubt.
completely. I read the canonical stories. I skipped Psalms, Ecclesiastes, and stuff like that. But I read the main canonical story of it. About time I made it to Matthew chapter 1, I knew it was bullshit. I knew
Hmm.
the New Testament was bullshit. Let's say that because I studied on prophecy. So So I say I knew he was bullshitting when he came up here.
Yeah,
I say
man.
I like the Bible. I think it got good teachings in it. But if I'm gonna go by anything, I would go by the Old Testament more than anything.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not
So
letting
like,
you back up here, so you might as well just stop your request, bro. You already pissed off my wife. I can't let you back up here.
Nah, let him in so we can tear his ass up.
Then let him
he gonna
in.
come up in here and
She
let
gonna
off
get him
a
again.
attack.
You better come with some sense.
Nah.
Let him in, bro. I you leave out, cause he need to get
This
this
boy,
in order to
that
get a
boy,
line.
that
The
boy
sister
said
very
native. That
knowledgeable.
boy said that boy said native and black. My grandma was
Exactly. Come on, speak
black.
on it. Oh, speak on it.
He told on himself. He said, "I did my. How you do your genealogy and then be like, yeah, I'm native and black,
No,
nigga. You
I
ain't
got
did.
a new person, Yas Ninja. I think I know him. I know Yas Ninja. Yeah, now Yas Ninja straight. Yas Ninja, hold up, real quick. I'm gonna let you come on. Still stay down there, Yas Ninja. I'm gonna let
Let him. I'm gonna
I'm gonna
slide
let
out.
Yahweh shot back up. And hopefully you don't come up here with that militant ass shit again.
You know he ain't gonna change in 10 minutes.
Start
If he
reminding me
just
of
Y'all,
prayed, he might.
sure remind them Facebook days.
If he just prayed like Natural said, he might come on here a little bit more chill.
Probably. All right. So who gonna drop?
Drop KP. I love this, man. I'm soaking it up. I'm learning.
All right.
right? That's what's
Peace.
up.
Peace. Damn, this is the least thing I want to do. I did not want about the Israelites. I just wanted native stuff. But eventually, I knew it was going to come
Uh,
down.
no, we gonna have to go against them. They gonna come. They gonna probably be next. To be honest with you, we.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
point is,
Those
man,
are
But
is that
I
it's
really
about
don't got no
righteousness.
problem with the
And if we gonna
Israelites.
be a people, we gotta have laws of righteousness and morals. Okay? And certain things have to go down.
Can I
And
ask you a
that's the
question?
Bible
Let me
and
ask
the
you.
laws of Moses.
Hold on, Manji. Let me ask you a question because I'm very big on paying homage to our bloodlines and stuff like that, and I'm trying to figure out why would you, to a certain extent, misclassify your your grandmother and
Bro,
say
that's
native
not the big.
and black?
It's the reason why I said that is because my grandma had straight hair, but she also was from a black mother. So she always used to complain about her having straight hair, and she didn't like that. And she
That's
told me
So
that
totally
her
so what
and
irrelevant.
so
her
what we're trying to
family was part of like a more of a
hey,
My
Mexican
G,
lineage,
my G,
what we're
some of
trying
them,
to clarify
and they mixed in with us.
with you is if you had done your genealogy and found out that your mom was indigenous, you would have found like a tribe. And what we're trying to say is like the education on the term black, you wouldn't be using that no more because that's disrespectful. You would refer to her by her tribe and not by a term
My
like
grandma
black
passed
because
away, so
black.
I
Hey,
have to
look, man.
recover the
Hey, you
history
don't,
that was.
you don't have to give me like no disrespect to your grandma, but I'm not. This isn't an excuse
It's
thing.
better not.
I'm giving you the
exactly.
information, and you could either take it or not. But I don't need to know all these extra things. I'm just telling you, black means civilita mortuus, which means dead in the eyes of the law, and we're telling you that we're not these things, and we're telling you that you shouldn't refer to your people as these things, such as black. It's a misnomer. It's
I
the same
don't.
thing.
First off, I know what I am, bro. I have affidavits proving what I am. I know about
Hey,
UNDRIP of
okay,
2007.
I
I
get it.
claim my
I
indigenous
hear you.
rights.
I hear you, but
Okay,
you're still calling
I
people
just had a
black.
run in the other day, so and I told them who I
But you're
was.
still calling people black, and we're telling you we
No,
don't subscribe
I
to
was
that.
explaining
But
to
you
you
seem like you don't understand.
what it is. I know what I am. I'm a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Yehuda. I know what I am. Okay,
And you're
my
black,
dad's
right?
seed line. It
Disrespecting
was
your
on
elders
this land,
again. You
and
don't
they
realize how
end
you're
up lying to
disrespecting
us
your
because we
elders.
were
And
here
you
building
want respect. You
architecture
want
and we were
respect from
very
them too, but
intelligent
you're
people.
disrespecting your elders by the things that you're stating because of your lack of knowledge and history, homeboy.
You
And
don't
I'm not
have
like
no knowledge. You ain't. You know if you don't know Yah and you don't know the wisdom and the
Oh my
laws of
God! Don't do
righteousness,
that. You doing
you
that
don't know
militant
nothing.
thing again?
And
You
you
doing the
can go and
militant
keep
thing?
reading all your books, but they ain't gonna save you from Yah's judgment that's coming
Hold
upon
up.
us at this current moment.
Wait. Doesn't your Bible say don't be judged or you'll be don't be
You
judgmental
don't
or
know
you'll
the
be judged,
prophecies, though. No, you
bro?
don't know the
No,
prophecies like I do.
Let's
Bro,
Because
go
you,
bro,
based
you're
off what
not
if
the
you
even
did,
saying the real
you would
meaning of the
understand
book.
and you would agree. And I can
they
tell
believe
that you
they
don't know
believe
because
that
you
you
don't agree
yeah.
can
with the
Hold
truth.
judge.
on,
Cause
everybody, hold up.
listen,
Look. Let me say something.
Israelites believe that you can judge if you're living righteously. They think they can judge people. So
Wait,
No,
wait,
and
naturalism. Let
I
me
can
say
say it
people
something.
like this: if you
people
don't
think he can
know
judge
that the
people because
laws
he
of
think he's
Moses are
righteous.
the laws of
Oh, I do
righteousness,
know the laws of Moses,
then
honey, and you ain't
okay.
practicing them. You're not practicing them, and you know you out of order. You know you is.
Nah, you're out of
Yes, you
order because
do.
I'm not
No,
even
no,
talking
no.
to you,
You out of
and
order.
you're speaking to
You
me, and
out
I
of
don't even want to
order. And
talk to
I'm
you
pretty
because you're
sure I'm
not
one of your
somebody that I
elders
would even
too.
want to
And I'm
communicate
pretty
with
sure I'm your elders.
because
And I know
you
you
don't
know
know how to
you're
be
out of
quiet.
order. So you need to pipe
Bro, you're
down. You
following
need to pipe
demons,
Wait,
bro,
down.
with that
can I
I'm
say
doctrine.
something?
following the laws of righteousness. How
No,
could
you're not. No,
I
you're
do
not. You
righteous
need to go
things?
back and read Exodus, honey, because you're not. No, you're not.
Wait, can I say
How
something?
you gonna tell me you
Because
don't
I
even
read,
read?
honey, because I
Who's
read.
Maccabees then?
I
Who is
how you gonna
Maccabees?
tell me I don't read? Do you be in my bed?
Who's
Do you be
Maccabees?
in my house? Do you be walking
Who
up
is
and down these
Maccabees?
halls? No, you don't.
Who is
So
It
Maccabees?
therefore,
doesn't
see, you
fucking
already
matter
out of
who
Who
the
is
order.
hell
Yahshua,
Maccabees
Boy,
the
I
is.
son
know
of
what
Joseph?
Maccabees is. I know what
Yahshua
Maccabees is.
ain't nothing
The
but
fuck?
Josephus in a Cisco family. He ain't nothing but a fake ass person. Okay?
Nah,
You ain't
that's what I'm
even
saying.
ready to
Y'all don't even
debate.
know
You
your
can't even.
history. You
You're
guys are
not even
denying
ready
the
to
true
debate. You
history
can't even
because some
debate the
to
Josephus
try to
12
wrote
tribes
claim
the
chart.
something.
New
If you can't
We
even
Testament.
You
debunk the
guys want to
twelve
It's
know
a
tribe
yourself
chart,
fake
then
so
ass
bad,
book.
you
then
can't
you
even
got to read
debate
the
the 12
Bible.
tribe chart. So
Because
don't
why
even
were
try
we
to
in this
debate the
land?
scripture.
Why did we get punished?
Eljo,
Do you know why
we
we got
pay
punished?
This
homage
Because
land,
we
to
didn't
the
this
our
land is
forefathers didn't follow
ours.
the
What you
laws of
mean?
Moses.
Why we in this land? This land belonged to us. What the hell you
It
talking
belongs
about? We
to
wasn't
Yah,
on no
the
Hold
goddamn
on.
creator of
slave
all
boat.
Hold
things.
on,
And
hold
we were
on, honey.
this
Hold on,
is
honey.
not
Hold on, honey.
Jerusalem.
Hold
This
on,
ain't
honey.
Israel.
You supposed to be
That's
preparing yourself to
located
be
in
leaving up out
Utah.
of
You a
Babylon.
fool.
You supposed to be leaving out of Babylon. Why you still over here?
Yeah, why the hell you still here? According to your
Hey,
Hebrew Israelite.
don't worry about me.
Gone. When you
I'm on my
gone, you
way
He's
supposed
out
to
of
be
here.
gone. You
trying
up
to
over here
trick
on
us
I'm
into
TikTok.
on
You
my
better
leaving
way
leave
with
out of
him.
here.
soon,
Don't worry
That's
about
why
me.
motherfucker. Yourself.
he
You
about
supposed to
to he
leave
about
your
to miss
own
his
home.
boat trying to
You need
trick
to leave
us into
yourself.
coming with him. Hey, don't miss your boat, y'all. Hawasha.
since he
We
don't
ain't
want to
going.
Right.
he'll
Hey,
rather pay
Yahweh
homage,
Shah,
he'll
can I
rather
say
Wait,
something real quick?
I
person
got a
instead of
question
paying
from.
homage to his oldest port of life. You'd rather know all this history and pay homage to all this imaginary stuff than your oldest port of woman of life that your bloodline come from. You don't even know the
No,
struggles that
nigga,
you
you
went through to
praise
get to
women.
Hold on.
You
You
praise
don't
all these
know.
women who take our babies away and don't treat us right and leave us in the
Oh
streets
my
and
God!
pick
And
white
now,
men
oh,
Bro,
so
over
now
us.
you
you
so
are. Oh, so
Hey,
now you
Musa.
are.
Hey, look.
Oh, so now it comes out.
Nope, I got a
It
No,
look,
comes
no. The
out.
look.
I bet you
He
righteousness,
some money.
trust
I bet
that
he
you
and
some
showed that he.
righteousness
money.
went out the window.
I
So,
bet
but
you
hey,
some
He
hold on,
couldn't
real
wait
quick,
money.
to
real quick,
be.
real quick.
I bet
He couldn't wait
everybody
to be
on this
mad at
panel
women.
$100. I bet you
Exactly,
everybody on
exactly,
this panel
Rashad.
$100 here part of ISUPK. I
Yo, what's
bet
Hey,
you
good,
hey,
natural?
$100.
but
what's up,
I
y'all
just want to throw
ninjas?
out there, hey, how
Nothing
y'all
much,
doing? Hey,
man.
let me just go out there real quick. Y'all know that's part of the reason why people do not want to do their genealogy is what he just displayed. His misogynistic is so strong. He does not want to pay. That's going to be part of the problem. Y'all have to understand. There's people not going to want to do it because of that simple fact that if you have to pay homage to women and due to how he is, that boy will stand 10 toes. And me and him, I'm telling you, y'all have to understand why the ancestors woke certain people up like me because we're gonna have to take care of people like that.
So
Period.
my thing is, cause I've been here for a few hours listening, and the dude who just left the chat, like a lot of these, you already know when you see your Howard Shy, like you say, y'all dealing with a camp brother or whatever. And a lot of them dudes is just indoctrinated. You know what I mean? They don't really. You pretty much arguing with
A robot.
NPC
a cultural Christian at
or
this point.
NPC.
You know what I mean?
For real.
But 'cause I talked to you before, natural. Usually I be on Monte page though. This is like the second time I joined yours. But like the thing that be killing me the most, I think, when I be hearing a lot of this stuff, because it's usually okay. Like when I talk to Monte, he one of them people like myself. I just connect the different dots, not so much choosing. Like just say that brother came in here straight Israelite textbook, but he going off camp, so it's not. Because really, with the scriptures, you gotta if you don't have an actual spiritual life and you just reading it like a novel, man, you're not gonna understand nothing in that book, man. Like, because it's
Period.
just a book. So you got to connect to the spirit and to the universe itself to understand what you're reading. You know what I mean? So when you connect all of the dots, like you found out a lot of people who call themselves Israelites are, in fact, are indigenous people. But it's not. I think when people hear anything with the scriptures, they feel, because the scriptures have been responsible for attacking a lot of people
due to it being misused, you know what I'm saying, for so many years. So when people hear that, they automatically feel like you're regurgitating something. So they get defensive, you know what I mean? But I think when people sit back and connect all the dots, it clears up a lot of the confusion between the two. You know what I mean? Um, so that's my thing. I just don't like the, it's a lot of tension between the people who know they're indigenous than the brothers who know they Israel. But far as, and I don't even like using that name because all the names have been miscreated on what we actually saying. You see what I'm
For,
saying?
for me, listen, for me, I'm
Mm-hmm.
speaking for me. The only thing that I come to a disagreement when it comes to the Hebrew Israelite stuff is they
Mm-hmm.
push off that 12 tribe chart. That's what they going by when they be trying to say that people indigenous, and I don't agree with that. Like I don't
Right.
agree with that chart at all. So that's my disconnect, and
Right.
I don't agree with how the campers push they
Yeah.
doctrination.
Same
So
here.
that's
Same
my
here.
disconnect with them. Like I ain't got no problem with what they believe in or how they
Mm-hmm.
go. Cause like I said, I always say the Hebrews like stuff that was a beautiful movement, but they took that and made it something else and made it horrible. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's
I
just how I
agree.
feel.
I agree
Well,
exactly what you're saying because that's my standpoint on it. I know I'm, as you would say, Yehudi or Judah or whatever, right? But I don't subscribe to the camps. I know most. First of all, most of the camp leaders like Nathaniel, a lot of them they not even Shemitic. A lot of them are actually African or half breeds, and then a lot of them are informants, and it
You
just goes down the
see
line.
the
right,
see the
exactly,
infiltration everywhere, y'all. You see how they do?
So
And you
I'm
have
not
to
a
do it
part
everywhere.
of any type of man-made organization because when you do that, you already put shackles on yourself. Um, the 12 tribes chart has a so-called West Indian, so-called the children of Yah are scattered four corners of the earth, man. You can look in. What about the Japanese, as so-called Negroes, right? That live out there. You know what I mean? That wouldn't even be on the chart, but that's a thing.
Hey,
See?
I
It's,
exactly.
just want to
it's
say this live
like
is
this.
not about the Israelites, so
Mm-hmm.
we gotta have to wrap it up on the Israelite part. Cause that was like a side mission that should have never
Right.
been a side mission.
Yeah, I know. I just know that as long as y'all doing this, you never gonna stop being approached by the camps people. But I think you shouldn't even really get them any time of the day, because they speaking off indoctrination. There's no spirit behind that.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So it adds on to the confusion, because, like I said, it's people out here like me. Like I'm not joining nothing. You see what I'm saying? I judge each individual off their spirit when I meet them. You are who you are, and that's whoever you
Exactly.
ain't, you'll never be type shit. You know what I mean?
That's what a lot of us do, and
Yeah,
Like you
they
said,
turn that into some religious stuff, but it really isn't.
because I listen to some, it's these other indigenous brothers and sisters who congregate. I think the elder guy named Papa Patch, listen to some of his stuff. And the way they was talking, like, cause it was a dude who joined this, who was saying this not similar stuff to the other guy, but they was like, "Don't come in here with the African stuff." And then I was just like, I'm trying to see what do they mean by that. And then I joined and I started asking him stuff about the spirituality behind what indigenous people believe in, cause he said he's full blood Cherokee, and he was telling me something about somebody they call Big Mama, and the woman being pretty much the cradle to all things that spirit, similar to what you heard Egyptology kind of say. So that's why when I found Monte page and yours, I'm trying to see like what is the spirit. I want to know what's the spiritual background to all of it. Like what do you
But
how do you connect to the universe with this? Because I look beyond the 3D matrix
not,
though. We
not
could
to
argue
cut,
about
not to
bloodlines
cut
all
you off.
day.
they don't
Cause
speak
be
Not to
on
cut you
honest,
that.
off. Yeah, it
cause
start.
be
I'm
honest,
gonna
outside this
the
flesh, we
simple
don't look nothing like this, bro.
See, they don't
to
speak
keep.
on that. Me and my sis be trying to talk about that, but they don't be wanting to talk about all that.
Hmm. Because to
So
me,
can
that's the
you?
real thing that should be. Because the bloodlines and the history and wanting our land back, our land was taken for a reason. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't because of colonizers. You really think they were powerful enough to take this over from us? You have to be. Come on now,
You
really?
look for
Just
me,
think about that.
and then I'm gonna let Opium go after this. The
Yeah.
reason, the reason why I say I look at the spiritual part of it is because look at the Haitians when they had their war against them. They had
Yeah.
used spiritual, like they used voodoo or whatever. So that's how, and if they saying like the Haitians are people, which they supposed to be the our tribe, so we that means that some of us, we were spiritual people or whatever. So therefore, we should look into our spiritual background and spiritual practice instead of just, you know, religion basically. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to look into the spiritual portion of everything because I know it's more than just what we doing right now. It's a spiritual thing. They got to be
Yeah.
added on to this.
Cause that's my thing. That's why I be asking, like, how do you think the indigenous people lost what they had? Do you really think outsiders was that strong to take it from a people who had basically conquered four corners of the earth? No. It was done spiritually. I disconnect from the universe is why we're at the predicament we're in right now. We never won wars with just swords and hands. That's not how we unified in power. Our power was always from the universe and from nature and the creator himself. It was never the just with our fists, or deeds. I hear
Right.
people talk about the laws and we gonna get our land back due to this order and law. And it's like, bro, none this work you're playing their game, man. You can't win that way. We never
Right.
win by how they
Right.
set things up. You have
Y'all
to
forget
go.
we forgot the law, bro. Like, how many people in this chat know the law of the land, like the Declaration of Independence, the Articles of Confederation, the first
Hmm.
Constitution,
All
and
of those
before that,
things
the
are
Great
helpful.
Law of Peace? The
Hmm.
great law of peace before that, which is the foundation for all that. Because in
Hmm.
truth, the American Indians, if you're American Indian, your ancestors created all of these laws under common law jurisdiction. That's what I've been trying to push forever since I've been on TikTok.
Yeah.
Common law jurisdiction. Everybody that you're fighting against and arguing with, they're subject to that jurisdiction.
Hmm.
So we forgot the law, like the Bible's saying in Baruch. If you read it, it's about the law, not religion. We
Hmm.
forgot the law. The law
Exactly.
is the law is a checkmate because all of these police officers, these administrative, these judges that are really administrative officers and all that stuff, all these agencies, they're all bound by oath and oath. They're all bound by oath to support the Constitution, basically, Article 6. And the Declaration and the Articles of Confederation is still valid as it was when it was first conceived, and that's in Article 6. All debts
Hmm.
contracted. The debt that's owed is the natural unalienable rights. You have a common law right to resist. Unlawful arrest. You have a common law right to travel. You have a
Hmm.
common law right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness that you were given to by your creator. It says
Hmm.
it. And they're stuck in their jurisdiction, maritime. You got to get out of that. Come back to the law, like the book says.
Hmm.
You understand? Like, cause
Yeah.
they flipped it on us. Like the original Europe, all the nations in the world were melanated people. If you read Benjamin Franklin's book from 1751 or 1750,
Hmm.
People of Mankind from 1750 or whatever, it says it that everybody was melanated, bro. Like, so
Yeah.
the pale people are new. They were bringing them over. Those were the undesirables. They were bringing them over through the Middle Passage between 1613 to 1776. There was by 1776 they banned all that, and there was 495,000 between the 13 states.
Right.
You understand? And that
Hmm.
and that's in Ezekiel. That's in the Bible. That's in Ezekiel. Look up
Yeah.
Ezekiel 22:28 to 31.
Hmm.
Saying that the people oppress the stranger wrongfully because the stranger is the pale people because they're
Exactly.
new.
Hey,
You
so
didn't know them. They got created by the Nephilim and they're real. They're here.
Hmm. That's
Like
why you get movies like Prometheus and stuff like that.
yeah, like the
Hmm.
Nephilim, they're real. They look just like you and me, different complexions and all that.
Hmm.
They
Anunnaki
shape
and
shift
stuff.
and all that. They're real, bro.
See,
Like
that's the thing that's how deep I like to get with it. I see where you're going with that, cause like a lot of people don't like I say they're not connecting the dots. Like I join other chats and I hear them talking about like the Anunnaki and the Palladians and all these different, as we would probably refer to them to as
Watching.
demigods or something, right?
Yeah,
And
Gilgamesh.
and it's like people, to me, I feel like, because I'm a person personally in my life, I've been given certain gifts of seeing beyond the veil a lot. Yeah, I was just leave it there. But to me, this 3D stuff, man, is that's what bothered me the most. Like I was saying, we can't win without connecting to the spirit. And people, and when you say that, people, they don't really get what you mean, man. Like, we have so much power, but we still looking at it from a man and woman and earth and just like nature perspective. It's so much more. It's so much deeper than all this, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was doing some research, and basically, these religions are used by so-called malevolent extraterrestrials to cipher energy. Let me give you an example. You know how like when you worship somebody, that's energy ciphering. So you're
Mhm.
giving up your life force energy to another parasitic being that's feeding off of it. If that makes sense, that's the
Yeah.
same thing that they do with child sacrifices. They're feeding life force energy from these children to these
Mhm.
other parasitic entities like the reptilians or whatever. So all
Mhm.
this religion is just used to control weak-minded people, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
because
use
it's
the names,
man's
but the
theory.
names are contracts. Like the names are contracts, like Jesus. Jesus is Greco-Roman. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's like an
Caesar
idol. You know what I'm
Borgia.
saying? But the
Mhm.
Algonquin word Jesus, Jesus is an Algonquin word too, and
Mhm.
it means the sun.
Exactly.
So people lost in the lingo. It's witchcraft. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They're
Now
lost in the lingo
that's facts though.
because Indian is Indios and Latin is Indios, which means gods. So
Mhm.
American Indian, same thing, and it's basically saying American God.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was doing more research and I found out that your so-called Black Americans, they was also for us America's like the melting pot. So what happened was the
they got
Mayans, the
some milk right
Olmecs,
there.
and other ancient tribes. Basically, the Black American is like a combination of all that. That's why we have the highest genomes and the best genetics, if that makes sense.
We're all the same people: the Inca, the Maya, the Quiche Maya, the Nega Maya. All them people. The like the Nega Maya is the ones that spread the knowledge to like Asia and all that stuff. That you look up the dagger and stuff
Yeah,
like
the
that.
Maya
Mhm.
Naga with the serpent wisdom.
You
Yeah.
can, and you know what's crazy?
They took the serpent wisdom to Hindustan.
Yeah, they took it over
I
here
use
from here.
small things to make sense to me. Like when I look at Chicago, right? And I see the predicament of just say what the gangs are today. It's out of control, this, that, the other. And then when I look at the origin of all of these, the two opposing gangs that's fighting each other all came from the same exact origin from two people. But if you look at it now, it's so separated and divided, you wouldn't know what's what if you was just to put your ear to the streets. So
Right.
when I look at
And
how something can be divided between two people and cause all this bloodshed, you can imagine when you had an empire as great as ours, if you divided and conquered it and had people pit against each other, then it's the end result. All of it.
right, and a lot of stuff we do today, it's been perverted. Like for example, when you see the gangs, they be doing gang signs.
Yeah.
Those are mudras. They're
Oh
channeling
yeah.
energies with those hand signs,
Oh
but it's
yeah. It's
been
very
perverted.
spiritual.
Yeah, and we naturally do
Everything
this
has been
stuff.
perverted. That's why a lot of spiritual practice that used to be okay are is kind of taboo to a certain extent because there's so many different entities that has been invited inside of those sacred things. So you have to be really careful when you undergoing certain practices.
Right,
Um,
like melanated people, well, some of them they like to pray or whatever. That's
right.
just simply channeling energy. Like people don't understand the spiritual aspects of what they be doing. All you're
Hmm.
doing is channeling energy. Now, what energy are you channeling? That's up to you.
Hmm. Because if we stop, like I said, if we put more energy towards even just getting out of the situation that we in right now,
That shit crazy.
between just even the people that you connect to, man. You know how much power is behind that. Like we talk about the reptilians and the small gray. I've been contacted by a few of these different beings, and they only can reach you. They can reach you now. They come in your house and choke the shit out you, but that's not their style. They like for you to come to their realm, which might be higher dimensional state of realm, or when you inside of some as they would say, OBE, or caught up in the spirit astral plane, right? That's usually when you might encounter one of them. But they're around us all the time. It's so many of them. It's a whole federation of these different beings. And while we sitting
Yeah.
here talking about
Bro,
this or that, they taking your children, like you say, dissecting them and eating them like Denny's breakfast. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, the fight that we have is against spiritual beings that are not of the same seed. That seed, when we came to this earth and was seeded to this earth, I believe we were seeded to this earth by the creator itself, and these different beings that are here were also seeded here, but their fathers are not the same as ours. They have a different origin.
Right.
bro.
And
And to
Hey, can I give
to
y'all some game real quick?
mhm.
yeah.
Look, you know, in Genesis, right? You know that there's two creations in Genesis, right? You know
You
Yeah,
that,
That
right?
talking
was
one
about
and two.
between when you say
Look,
make them in our
Genesis
image?
chapter 1 verse
Mhm.
20.
One is
Look,
about the beast,
Genesis
and one is
chapter
about the
1
people.
and 27. That's the first creation. Those are the originals. That's us.
Mhm.
Because it was man and female was made, male and female was made at the same time in that
Mhm.
creation. That's the first creation. Now, the second creation is in what is it? Genesis 2. What is it? What is it? What is it? 2 and 7 or something like that, where the second Adam was created, and then they put him to sleep and took his rib and then made the woman. So that's a fabricated
Hey,
creation.
there's a big part of that
Because
that you're missing.
Adam is an atom, like an atom,
Hey,
two
you hear
atoms.
me?
There was two atoms,
You hear me?
huh?
There's a big part
Yeah,
of that story that you're missing in that number two. When he took that rib, where the hell he get that flesh from and put it on the rib? The only other flesh was around was animals.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that. That's what I was getting to, bro.
yo, and
That's
look,
what I
look,
was
look.
getting to. But
So let
look,
me
hold on, bro.
elaborate.
Let me look. That's why you got to be careful when you say aboriginal, because ab in Latin means from. Ab in Latin means from. So if you put ab in front of original, that means from the original. That means you're not original.
Well, I mean, the etymology of aborigine and aboriginal, it
Yeah,
goes
I
into
know what
detail,
you're
but
saying.
it
And
doesn't
aboriginal
take
it
away
says,
from it being the
look,
first.
look, that's the deception, bro. Look, in the aboriginal it says in the beginning, right? So does the original, but original says that thing which everything derives. Aboriginal don't say that because aboriginals are from the original.
Mhm. A subspecies. I see what he's saying. Like a
Yeah, bro. And
so.
the first subspecies was melanated because everybody was melanated, bro.
So what would you say about the whole Lilith thing?
The whole Lilith thing, I don't
Hmm.
really speak on that because
Because
I read the Apocrypha, I read the Lost Books of Eden, all that
yeah,
stuff,
it only
and I
mentioned her
never
one
came
time in
across
the
no
canon
Lilith,
scriptures
bro.
as the thing, something of the night. I forget, some type of creature of the night they refer to her as. But my thing is, Lilith was
Come down here by me.
it talk about how the Most High looked for 1,000 women because he went to women first for to be the teachers of the leaders, but he couldn't find one. But then when he looked at the men, he only found one man worth even dealing with, right?
Yeah,
But Lilith supposedly came before Adam. Actually, was I guess created on the fifth day, and Adam on the sixth, or
Sound like
the first in the
that
right.
sound like the gymnastics.
yeah.
So,
I never read nothing like that, so I ain't gonna speak on
hmm
that. I got videos showing melanated people with slits in their eyes. You can see it with technology with
oh
negative
yeah,
images.
if you
So
seen
even
that
like
show, the
Dr.
man who
Umar
fell to earth.
Johnson, all them dudes, man.
Oh, what's the name?
Young Pharaoh,
Cherokee War. They're called Nigerians. That's what they're called. The melanated people with the slits in their eyes.
speaking to Nigerians, brother
No, no,
polite.
not Nigerians. Like Naga, not Nigerian. Nigerians, like Naga.
Oh, not. Oh, okay.
There,
Yeah, but
there. See, we only live in one portion of this place we call Earth, man. It's ice walls protecting us. Well, not protecting us, but sheltering us from the actual outer terrestrial. Because when they say extraterrestrial, they talking about extra land mass. These people done took. what was already known and made this whole ideology about us leaving out of this planet on a piece of metal and flying through, the different planets or whatnot. And that, the 1969 moon landing, we already know that. Come on now. I
I mean,
mean,
it wouldn't be
The
sheltering
Bible
us.
talk about
It would
flying
be
moons, bro.
that
Even it
ice wall
says the
would
Most
be
High is gonna
sheltering
see you from afar in Isaiah 13.
hmm when that
that ice wall.
landmass, go ahead.
I'm about to say the ice wall will be sheltering these people that's colonizing us. Because if you go outside the ice wall, it's just more land, which means what? More melanated people that
Oh
hasn't
yeah,
never been touched. So
more
imagine them
advanced.
coming up to our aid. They can't
hmm
have that. So that's why they build those ice walls. And if you look at those ice walls are actually dead bodies of our ancestors. And that's why when you see the ice caps melting, it's like blood coming out of it. It's red. It's turning red.
Right. And then not only that, the demigods, or as you say, the small grays, reptilians, they all gang bang too. They got certain sections of the planet that some of them should be in and some of them shouldn't be in. That's why we see little mishaps and glitches because they be warring with each other while they warring with us. You know
Those
what I
are all
mean?
demons, bro.
But soon they gonna be on one accord because we getting to the point where the universe is not, as you see right now, a lot of people have been, as they say, woken up, but everybody has been woken up to a certain frequency of understanding. Everybody's not getting the complete picture. Some people might know the heritage but neglect the spirituality. Some people are full on spiritual but neglect their
So
heritage.
hey, to see that's what I made that announcement already. I said those of us that
Mm-hmm.
know who we are, you got to start reading these old books for your culture. Because if you don't do
Mm-hmm.
that, you're gonna miss the spirituality of your people. Why the hell you just trying to hold the title of the name without actually practicing what our people have done?
Mm-hmm.
So
Read
I
James
mean,
the
it's bigger
Dealer.
than that.
I put it on my thing.
Because
James
before
the
I even
Dealer.
really knew deeply into the whole Aboriginal understanding, I had visions and other things that happened in the spirit realm where I've met ancestors, and they were in realms where war had already been taking place. There's debris and just wood and other the things in the sky or floating around, and some of them are sitting on thrones. You know what I'm saying? And some of them are with children, places teaching them about themselves and their abilities. There's so many different dimensions and realities that's wrapped around this one we in right now. This is almost like I like a hosting. I don't, how would I explain? This is the field where we can all reach each other, regardless of frequency. I can see you, can see me, we could talk. But
Right.
beyond this, there's we people, because a lot of people don't believe in reincarnation, but that's a thing, man. A lot of us have been here plenty of times. It's almost like this place is a learning tool. This place we call Earth,
Some people call it
and
a trap.
Well,
once you figure it out,
well. Let me say something. So
go ahead.
it's not reincarnation, it's genetic reincarnation. So you can only reincarnate back into your original bloodline. You can't reincarnate outside of your bloodlines.
Right, right, right. It's definitely a structure. It's order to it. It's not like you come back as
So
a woman or a
what
cat
happened when
or
your
an
whole
animal.
lineage and line is wiped out?
Like who though?
Mm,
Because the only people they say that happened to is the so-called natives, but we already know what's up with that. So
I mean, we the original, so I don't even think that could happen. But
No,
yeah,
I'm
I
talking
don't.
about as in your house, like your line, your kids, your grandparents, everybody
oh,
before
that's
that. Like
but see the
your ports.
supernatural, the
What happens
things
when
that
your
happen
ports
in.
is eliminated?
hmm I think the things that happen in the spirit overlaps what we can see in the 3D. Because all the things we can, like genetics, genes, anything that could be quantified or magnified with our understanding, I think are all things that, like I chalk that up as 3D stuff. Because once you go into the spirit, you don't even think about your life here on Earth or what's going on here. None of this actually even really matters as much as we think it does.
But
I think
let
what.
me answer let me answer
Go
your
ahead.
question. Naturalism. Now you got to remember the third dimension. This is actually hell. This is like the lowest vibrational state that you can take a form in, right? So let's say your bloodline did get slaughtered, right? Most people not gonna care because nobody wants to be on the lowest dimension possible ever.
Hmm. It used to been
At
a
that
high vibrational place. It ain't used to been this low.
Well, what happened was there's something called the, if you research, there's something called the Black Devil. Now I don't know if y'all know who Tarnush is, but y'all gotta research him. Basically, it's like melanated people with like it's like straight hair, but they're melanated. Like they the what's it called the Hindus, like they're the Black Devil, and basically they're like extremely evil and shit. But long story short, they dropped the frequency of this planet because this planet used to be on the highest frequency, and they dropped the frequency, and then that's when we got stuck in these solidified forms. Because if you do research, neuromelanin is just solidified, aka condensed sunlight. So you're a walking sun basically in the physical body. That's why when melanated people go in the sun, they absorb it because you are the sun, and that's why they call you a person because you're just a percentage of the sun. If that makes sense.
I feel it.
Mm.
Hold on, let me
I
pick
feel like
this now.
a lot of us, like you say, when it
I
come
like
down
that.
to it, by us being the most powerful people here, I think when we look for people to blame, we have to really look at ourselves, man. This is all our fault, honestly.
Shut up, Brick.
The condition of our people and where we are now is our fault. And if not our fault, then just say this is your first cycle here, which I doubt this is anybody's first life if you here in so-called 2023. But I believe we have to take accountability for what we've done. We've done a lot of wrong, man.
But what you got to look at it is not that. Okay, so there polarity will always exist. There will always be an opposite, right? So if you have good, there will always be evil, right? So if
Hmm.
you have good melanated people, you're gonna have some evil ass house Negro melanated people. You know what I'm saying? And those was the people that we was fighting against. When they say we was fighting
Yeah,
against ourselves, we was fighting against evil melanated people. If that makes sense.
yeah, it had to be
And
an inside job.
if you read this Sumerian tablets, it talks about the Anunnaki coming down here and genetically modifying us. Now, when you look at our DNA, it's called a telomere. They put caps on our chromosomes so we didn't access our DNA. And then we have something called the barotheric gland, which is a gland in your head that's responsible for the four higher senses.
Hmm.
And basically, they took your barotheric gland out, so you wouldn't use like telepathy, clairvoyance, those higher senses. They removed it. And in the Sumerian tablets, it tells you that they came down here and started taking certain genetic traits away so that we wasn't doing certain shit.
It is capable to get
Hmm.
them back. I'm talking about. I think the only way to really
That's
give them
what
back is through breatharian. You know what
But the
that is?
barotheric gland, when they removed that, they left it. They couldn't take the whole thing out, so it was like a piece of it that was still left on
hmm
our heads. Now the telomeres that's capped on a chromosome, or the only way to get rid of that telomere is through light codes. So remember, the planet is getting hotter. So if you know
hmm
anything about DNA, your DNA currently is wrapped in a coil.
Hey,
Now
yeah,
the
I saw this video of heat regenerating metal. You ever seen that? It's like when
heat
heat get
regenerate.
it's like when heat get a certain temperature, it makes it go back. Let's just say if you bend a paper clip,
Oh, I saw that.
he'll,
Yeah, where it's
he
like the
he
heat
can make it
when
go
if
back
the
to its form.
right. So if you straighten a paper clip and you heat it up, it'll go back into a paper clip. I saw that too. But what I was
So
saying was your DNA right now is in a coil. That's the equivalent
yeah,
to a scroll. You know how the scroll is screwed up and you can't read it? So your body is not processing your DNA because it's coiled up. Now what happens is when sunlight hits your DNA, it uncoils it and it reads your DNA so your body can process those genetic codes and use it. So essentially the hotter it gets, the more your body can code and use that DNA because it's going to unravel and it's going to start reading it. If your
and
DNA is
that's probably why they gave out the you know what in the last few years. You
that's
know,
exactly why they gave it, and they actually put a patent on it. So if you took that, you're now a genetically modified organism, and they have a patent on you. So now you're
exactly.
not even a human
So,
being anymore.
so the planet we live on, even in the scriptures, is referred to her. You know what I'm saying? This is a feminine place that we live in.
Right.
The
The name
femininity.
the name of
Go
the
ahead.
planet is called Tiamat. It
Hmm.
was an actual. What happened is a lot of these Greek stories are actually real stories that was plagiarized. Now, basically, remember in the Greek, the Titans, like Zeus and them, they killed the original Titans, which was their parents. Now, when you go into like ancient texts, you'll learn that Tiamat was an actual physical woman. It was like the creator of the universe. And essentially, what they did to Tiamat was they couldn't kill her, so they transmutated her avatar into a planet, and then they trapped us on this planet, if that makes sense. Which is a
Mm,
third density, which is hell, if that makes
right.
sense.
What
Right.
you
No,
gonna do about it, Cynthia?
I can get. That's why I say whatever. Cause me, like when it comes down to like the text and different cultural texts from different regions or whatnot, I like to like I said, I connect the dots because I don't believe nothing really is a lie. Like when you hear people believe in they might believe in Shiva, so if you come out and say you believe in Ra, then nah, they gotta be false because Shiva's doing. It's like nah, I believe that there's multiple different beings that have power over certain regions and powers of the earth, regardless, depending on where they reside at. But
Right.
because when it come down to even my understanding of the Most High, I don't think that because I think He made genders is a matrix thing, man. The flesh we wearing, all of this is something that exists inside something that's a simulation. Because if you ever get the ability or is given the opportunity to see beyond this, when I seen myself, I look like a creature. I look like I had a some of a almost like a dude. My mouth is probably the size of your torso. You know what I mean? Gigantic fangs. Almost like a glowing like goldish hair that comes off me like a mane. It's like we don't look like this in the spirit. I think this
I
is
mean,
just to keep
well,
us.
let me cut you off right there, because not
Uh,
I know that you're still learning, but so the physical is a representation of the metaphysical. So what you are physically, you're enhanced metaphysically, right? So
right.
as above, so below. So if you look like this on the lower, you look like this on the higher. But we look way, way, way better and way different on the higher rounds because this is
Right.
your lowest state of being. So we still look the same. It's just
Mm,
everything about us is more enhanced. We have
right.
more of a like oh, so another thing.
Girl,
So
and you want to be anything but Siberian Mongolian.
Oh, they
Because
still.
so
I didn't even notice they were
minded
still here.
to. I'm open minded
naturalism.
to.
I got a question for you.
Mm,
What's up?
Have you read the Sumerian tablets, naturalism?
Nope.
All right, you got to read that because this ties back into the Bible. Now, remember in the Old Testament where they were sending floods and all that?
Yep.
Well, when you read the Sumerian tablets, it talks about Enlil, and basically this is one of Anunnaki. This is the Most High is just a title. It's not an actual creator of the universe. But long story short, he's the son of the Most High. Now, when you read it,
Rainy, you
basically,
can speak for yourself. Come on up here.
when you read the book, it talks about basically. Remember, I told you they started capping off our Jesus and he was coming down here doing shit. Well, what happened was he came down here and tried to make us worship him, and we didn't do it because remember we know ourselves, right? And this nigga started sending them floods and shit. And this is in the Sumerian tablets. It talks about him coming down here and trying to genocide us and all that.
mm. That's why I say when I hear this stuff, because it be so many different agnostic, I guess that's the word for it, views of the things that they talk about. Because from my understanding, the reason why the flood even happened is because these demigods and different beings that seeded this earth had genetically spiced and mixed in from sexual relations with so many human beings that there were very few actual humans left with original DNA left. So
Invite Boss
the
Lady
earth
up here.
the earth is a woman. It's a female. She had to wash herself of this filth because their DNA is like a virus.
Well,
Um,
that wasn't. So you're talking about an energetic cleansing, which is currently happening now. Let me give you an example.
I
You see how
mean,
the
I'm
planet.
talking about on
Girl, you
all three
embarrassing
levels.
yourself.
But let me show you. So you know how the planet is getting hotter, right? What happens
Hmm.
when you get sick? Your body temperature start raising, right?
Hmm.
So that's what the Earth is doing. The Earth is about to
Hold
cleanse
on,
itself.
y'all.
You embarrassing
Hold
yourself.
on, y'all. Pause it. What's up with you?
Where do the Native Americans come from?
Siberia.
Mongolia. Siberia, Mongolia, Tartaria, not in
Do
America.
y'all not know your geography? Do y'all know that Siberia is in Europe and Mongolia is in Asia?
They not in America, so it doesn't really it really doesn't matter.
You have a low
Yes,
comprehension,
it
I see.
does. You're claiming that the original people of
They are
America are
of
not
the
from America.
Mongolian
You're
Empire. They
disrespecting them.
invaded here in the 13th
Hold on,
century.
wait.
There's a whole goddamn history book on it in the 13th century. Next, what
So
else?
exactly. So
Okay, where's your
science.com and the
source?
Los Angeles Times are
My
Do you mind
different
sending
source,
me your
my
source?
source is this. You're gonna have
Wow.
to read this
Okay.
whole entire goddamn book. Is my source is never on
Send it.
Google. Now I'm
s-
finna show
s-
it to you. Hold
Send it to
on.
me. Send
No,
it to me. Message
I'm
me.
not gonna send nothing to you. You're gonna screenshot it and you're gonna go read the damn book. So hold on.
I
For the
can't do that. I can't because the boxes are here, and just send me the source. Send me the
listen,
link.
you see how big my screen is? You're gonna get it. So hold on. Don't do that. Let me finish. Let me go ahead and put it up here for you.
Okay, okay, so
Stop asking
where are
questions.
y'all
You
black
hold on.
natives of America from? Y'all are from America?
Nah, we get
No, no, hold
duh.
on. Don't nobody answer no question.
No, you
What
gonna
part of
what
Africa
the
you
hell you
from?
gonna
I'm
do? You're
asking
gonna
questions. Y'all are
no.
What part of
disrespecting the
Africa
Native
What
you
you're gonna
Americans.
do?
I
from?
have
You're gonna
every
get this
right to
goddamn
ask
book
the
and go read
question.
it, then come back.
Hold on, honey. Let me talk to him. What part of Africa
Why are
you
y'all so
from?
mad? I'm asking a simple question.
Now you came up in here trying to speak for everybody. So what part of Africa you from?
I
Hey,
don't know. I don't know my
what
DNA, but what I
what
do know is that y'all are not the original
Nah, what I do
Americans. The
know that
Native
I
Americans
am the
are.
original, and you mad you
Hey,
can't come
let
speak
me.
for nobody
I'm
up
not
up in
mad. I'm
here.
speaking facts.
Now you're not
So
speaking
wait,
not
facts.
wait.
speaking
You ain't
facts.
So
You
speaking no
you
type of
identify.
facts. You speaking
So you
opinion.
identify. You
It's
identify as
not an
African
opinion.
American.
It's
It's your
facts. It's
opinion. You speaking
historical
opinion.
facts.
You
The
speaking
Native Americans
opinion.
were
You
here
speaking
first.
opinion. And you
No, it's
came up here
not.
to be
It's
that
not
showgirl.
historical
It's not an
facts.
opinion.
And
It's
you
a
came up
fact.
here to be
It's
that
not no
showgirl.
fact.
What you thought
Facts
you was
on the
finna
who?
do?
hold up. Can I ask a question? So are the Mayans were the Mayans Mongolians? Yes or no?
No,
Okay, so
They are South American. I think. Yeah, yeah. They're from South
no,
America.
no, they were
No.
not. Now,
What?
Get your
the
screenshot.
I got my screenshot.
Cool.
So
now
the
what about
wait. The
now
Native
wait so
Americans. You're saying that the
wait, I'm
Native
not done. I'm
Americans
not
are
done. I'm
Asian?
not done. Now what about the
Nah,
Olmecs?
she need to tell us how we from Africa because she said we all from
Wait.
Africa and we
Wait.
embarrassing us. So tell us how we from Africa because
Let me
she
ask you one
don't
last
even know what
question.
part of Africa
Unfortunately,
she
we were
from.
enslaved. We were kidnapped, and
No,
we
we
were
were
brought
not.
here
Wait,
to
Who?
America
so
and Canada.
Who?
Girl,
Do
wait.
you
y'all not
speaking
know
some
your history?
colonizing mess that
Who?
you learned in school.
Which
Tell me
are you
something other
Slavic?
than what you
Which
learned in
Hold
school.
on. Hold
which
on.
are you
No, I'm
Slavic?
not Slavic.
Let do talk to her.
Hold up. She
I'm
answered my
probably
questions.
not.
So you're not Slavic, which means that you're not a slave. That's where it derives from. So you just debunked yourself.
What?
Are you like? Do you have a third grade comprehension level? Because you're not understanding at all.
No, it's her cognitive dissonance. She thought she was finna come up here and eat, and she
Y'all,
didn't.
I understand that generational trauma is a thing, but this is
What?
Now, girl,
ridiculous,
I
y'all.
understand that
Yo,
cognitive
I
shut. Yo,
dissonance
understand.
is
use
a
use
This
a
Hey,
is
thing,
y'all, hold on.
but
disrespectful to
Let
the
me.
Native
I
Y'all,
Americans.
hold
feel
on.
bad for
Y'all don't
you,
know
and
how
you're delusional,
disrespectful
and
y'all
you
are.
Hold
disrespecting
You know
on,
how
y'all.
your
Let me
ancestors.
deal
embarrassing
with
it is?
her.
Like
Hold
sitting
You're
on.
up here trying to tell
disrespecting Native
somebody else
all right.
Americans.
something.
They're
Hold on
already
now.
going through enough.
No, you're
They're already going
embarrassing.
through enough.
You
The Native
embarrassing.
Americans are suffering enough,
Don't
and
be
Hey,
y'all
hearing
are
me.
trying to
Our
erase
people
their
going through enough.
history.
Don't
Hey,
nobody want to hear about what they
did I
going through.
just say?
Our people
Hey,
going
hold
through
on,
enough.
y'all.
And
Did
don't
I just say
nobody
I'm
need
gonna
you
deal with
coming up
her?
here trying to tell us what they going through.
Hold
You
on.
sound crazy right now. You need to have all this energy for your people.
Now
You
hold up.
sound
Hold up.
crazy.
Now let me.
I have energy for any oppressed
Now you
group.
need to
Any
Hey.
have all
oppressed
this
group,
energy for
I
your
have
people trying
energy
to come
for.
check us about somebody else. Girl, you sound stupid.
Okay. Now
You
stop.
sound sad.
Now
You
stop.
sound embarrassing to
You
Stop.
sound
all African
Stop.
delusional and
Americans.
Stop.
you sound
Stop.
sad. And I
Hey.
feel sorry
Hey,
for you.
y'all. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Let me go ahead and start now. Now look. Let me deal with her accordingly. I tried to be nice. Now look. Go ahead and start. What makes you think? Let's deal with me. Nobody do not tap in, even if she get to your feelings. What makes you think I'm African?
DNA,
DNA already been proved.
genes,
DNA already been proven by the world and scientists already. What other source do you have?
history, and
What
common
all right,
sense.
okay. Now you said history. Now what history? My history that you have to prove that I am African.
Slavery.
My people wasn't enslaved.
So your people were
My
the
people
ones
was
who came to America?
My people was never enslaved. No, my people been here. It's foolish to say your bloodline is pure. All of us got mixed different bloodlines of different aboriginals, and some of us do
I
got.
never said it was
Let
pure.
me finish. And then some of us got some of that beast blood. My people, I could tell you who my people is. I don't got not one African transfer record whatsoever in my bloodline. I mean, in my genealogy record whatsoever. The only outside source, I mean, the only outside people dealing with my people only is people from Wales, and they was melanated people. And people from France, they was melanated people. None of my people were white people whatsoever. There was more Cisco's, but the majority of my people was in America. I got sources and evidence to prove who I am. So for you to come
Can
out
you
and
show
say
them?
for you to come out and say every
No.
for you to come out and say every
I'm not
black
talking to you. I'm
person,
talking to him.
Well, and you talking to
hey,
my
then I
man.
say
No, he ain't
hold
absolutely
the
nothing.
hell up, let me defend myself. Now, like I said, you cannot sit up here and come on this panel and tell everybody they fucking Africans as if you know everybody's genealogy, as if you know everybody's oldest port on here. You can't do that shit.
Do
You
you mind show me the
cannot
proof?
you cannot use lookership.
Can you show me the receipts?
I ain't finna show
Can
you
you
none of my shit. I'm not finna show you none of my shit.
because I'll prove you wrong, basically. Wales
Okay,
and French
prove
people
me wrong that I'm not from this
are
land.
not from Africa. They're Caucasian.
Who was Caucasian? Because the
Those are
Caucasians was melanated
colonizers.
They're
people
from
too.
Europe. They
The
are pale
Caucasians were
skinned.
black people too. Now what?
What?
Yes, the Caucasians were black people
Caucasians
too.
have melanin.
Yes, the
Caucasians have
real
Maybe.
melanin.
Caucasians have melanin.
She got a lot of learning to do.
Yeah,
I
the
got a picture.
hell
You
yeah,
want to
she
see a
got a lot of
picture?
learning to do. The
Am
people
I
you
in the
refer,
fucking
the
Twilight
people
Zone?
you
How
referring
Yeah,
to
you
delusional
came,
are in
are
the
the
Twilight
y'all?
Zone.
people
Wake
you
up,
referring
honey.
to came from fucking underground. They was not on the damn surface. The original people of the land of Caucasian whatever you call it, were melanated beings. Every people of Japhetic land was melanated people.
Are are you saying
Yes,
that
I'm
British
fucking
people came from
serious.
the caves?
They came from underground, the subterranean.
So you're basically saying that all British people and all
They,
descendants of
the
British people
original
are like the
British
Hills
people
of
were
Eyes.
melanated people. There was more Cisco's. There was Moors.
What the fuck is a Cisco?
Get your dumb ass off my panel.
Leave. Let me leave. Let me leave. What the fuck? Y'all are
You
fucking
Boy,
dumb as
your
hell.
crazy.
ass
Shut your
cognitive
stupid ass
dissonance.
up.
Talking about she in the Twilight Zone.
The fuck
Yes,
she
you
talking
are.
about?
You should have known when she had the name Witch that the
I
energy
hope
wasn't
her
gonna be
ancestors
right.
slapped the shit out of her. She need to get fucked up
I'm sorry
on
for
some
being
nut
I'm,
shit.
I'm sorry for being rude to y'all, but I got aggravated because I kept telling y'all let me deal with it. I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah, it's creature. I call this creature hours. Anytime around 3, man, ain't nobody with good vibes gonna
Yo.
join. I can guarantee that, dude. I know that from experience.
Hey y'all.
She never answered what phenotype of an African you had though. She
He
never answered
says,
the question.
Hey y'all. That
No,
was
she was one
hilarious.
of them dumbass people. I ain't worried about them. What's up? What's up, B for all?
What's up? And I was in the crowd just watching that. People like her are so stupid. It's to the point where they didn't even know that people like us were in Europe and Spain and all of these places. And then she had the nerve to call herself a witch. And I went on her page. She trying to go all the way to Nigeria to learn how to be a witch. I am the hoodoo queen. Come to you. You might as well come to the booth for that. You could come to New Orleans for that instead of going all the way to Nigeria. You
Boy,
dummy.
she gonna pay $6,000 and get scammed like a mother. Going to the witch doctor. Gonna scam the hell out of her. Yeah, I'm poor.
Mm.
and she pissed me off talking about something we embarrassing us. Girl, it ain't we. Speak for yourself. You embarrassing yourself.
But my
She's
thing
like, she
is,
was like, they're going through so much, and then, like, nigga, what the fuck they going through? What are they going through? What
Yeah,
meth?
that's
Like,
that's
what
what
are
I
they
want to
going through?
know. They got their own self into that bullshit. This is why I said a while. I mean, on Monty Live, they got a council about 6 to 12 people. You vote for the very damn people of your own reservation. It's your fault your shit is like that. Y'all all can get together, fix your infrastructure, produce, do agriculture, do everything you need to do to sustain your reservation. It's not the government fault. It's your goddamn fault. Y'all was giving money. Y'all had the resources. Y'all had everything. But here y'all go. Oh, they're going through the most shit. Bullshit.
Like, girl, do you not see what your own people going through? Is you crazy?
I think the thing that's kill you the
Man,
most
they
is
they
that.
removed they removed sin. They removed sin. He got banned. What the hell did he do?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even
Talking
recall
about the
him
guy
saying
that was talking
anything.
about the book.
Girl, girl, come from out the rays.
My thing is though, they only have a problem with people who's telling truth. Because if you go see some Japanese talking about these are our islands and Chinese people disagree, nobody is attacking any other group really. They're only attacking people who are talking about what you're talking about the Aboriginals, or they're attacking people who are
What
pretty much teaching anything biblically, because Bible talk just offends people regardless for some reason.
well, she did that to get a little screen recording, to get a little content with a
Hmm.
little 18K. That's all she did it for. Cause she ain't really came with shit. Uh,
You could tell when they come and don't say what's up and get right to the questions. You already know
thanks.
it's
Who else? Who else is in the comment section that's opposing the the truth of blacks of America is the true American
We ain't
Indian?
trying to be no Native American.
Now, who is opposing it? If you opposing it, come up here. There we go.
I'm surprised you don't have Michael Jackson on this picture.
Oh no.
You know his people was Aboriginal. You read his story.
Yeah.
NW, what brings you to the live? Are you opposing?
Hello.
NW, are you opposing or are you for? Don't whisper shit, whoever you're whispering to.
Shut up, bitch.
Your mama dick.
Your mama big fat dick in your mouth still. You'll never be native. Remember that.
That's
Dumbass
retarded. That
bitch.
that was so stupid.
Never gonna be Native American. All y'all.
Ain't
I'm
nobody
not.
Never,
trying to be no
ever.
First of
Native
all, what
You
American.
what
don't
do the
Black,
word
want to
nigga.
be
native
a
Ain't
mean?
native.
nobody
Stay
trying to be
black.
no
What do
Native
the
Stay
word
black.
native
American.
mean?
Stay black.
What do the word native mean?
That's all you gotta do.
What
Just
do the
stay
word
black.
native mean?
Just stay black,
What do
alright?
the word native
Just
mean?
stay black.
What do the
You'll
word
Stay
never
on the
be
native
native.
mean?
red.
You'll
Stay
never
on
be
the
What do the
native.
red.
word native
All you
mean?
Stay on
guys
the
will never be
What
red.
do
native.
the word native
Stay on
mean?
the
Just stay black,
red.
alright?
What do the word? Hey, I like this
Stay
rhythm.
Stay off
black.
them drugs.
Stay black.
Stay off them drugs.
Stop drinking and rubbing alcohol.
That's why I say some of these people be damn us, bro. They
Hey,
can't
that
be
I
human.
I, I kind of like that rhythm. What was going on? Oh shit, you back saying? Oh damn.
Exactly,
Let
sis.
me
Exactly.
let me see what's up with Prince Dread. Whoever wanna oppose, come up here.
What's going on, y'all? I want to talk to be for real, anyways. And to you, y'all are some of the most intelligent people on TikTok. Some of the greatest minds. Okay. Now I respect all of y'all. I'm learning a lot. I told you I didn't pay attention in class. I pay attention now. You understand? So when I hear y'all lowering yourself to that energy, man, it hurt my soul. Y'all too intelligent for that. School them people, professor.
To be honest, Prince
Don't
Dre, be
either one.
to
And I didn't
hold up,
like what
hold
they
up, hold up,
did
hold
to
up, hold up.
you.
Hold up. To be honest, I just be josing with these folks. Like at this
Don't
point,
do it,
like
though.
hold up, listen. Like I be talking to my people, and here's the thing: we could educate on the panel, yeah, but at the same time, like we gotta use our personalities to educate our people. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
we got to
understand
keep
that,
we got to keep our people interested. So at these times of the
sister.
hour, let's jokes. Let's have fun. Let's not be too
Yeah, you
serious.
gotta meet
Let's get the
stupidity with
information.
stupidity
But,
sometimes.
but,
You gotta do it
but,
sometimes. 'Cause
sister,
he
I
wasn't
did
even gonna
not like
listen.
what I did not like what I seen with Dr. No Job. That was just wrong. Okay, saying is, as a people, we know better regardless. Okay, I didn't like what they did to you. I don't like the way they come at none of y'all. I love what y'all be kicking off and what y'all teaching everybody. I know you right. You messing with their trauma. Didn't I tell you that last time, Professor? Got to deal with your patients, right, y'all? Okay, that's all I gotta say. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing.
You speaking
Y'all
facts.
self to that energy.
You speaking facts, Dread.
Right, right. You the professor. Y'all y'all for everybody. You understand? That's why they angry. Y'all messing with their trauma. I'm hearing you using straight words. They all using cognitive dissonance on y'all, just ignoring what you're saying. Don't give them back that energy, man. That's how you burn that plague out of them. That's all I want to say. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud of all of y'all.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yep, I got you.
Thank you. I'm still gonna have fun though. I appreciate it.
Nah, he right. I ain't gonna swing low.
Hey,
He right. I ain't gonna vibrate
you're
low.
not
I ain't gonna
gonna
let you get my
ruin
energy.
my fun. I'm drinking. I'm feeling good, and I'm
Lord
done.
help him.
No, he a cool dog. He know what's up. We cool with him. Like you said,
No,
we go. This is our outlet, G. It's our outlet. You
yeah,
feel
I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. So, anybody else that wishes to oppose Blacks of
Just
America,
be respectful.
Blacks of America is
Just
the true Indian, true American Indian.
Yo, whoever reported me, they a bitch. I'm not gonna cap. I got my shit right back.
me?
I
Hey,
got a whole nother account too. Like
uh,
they just
hey, guys, Ninja, can you drop real quick? I got one person trying to come up.
yep.
Appreciate you coming in, bro.
peace.
All right, let me see who this is. Damn. Y'all see it. Y'all see it.